Et les gars, ça dit quoi les gars? Tranquille ou quoi?
Avec là, 600 bulles de... Je vais peut-être un fraîche à un moment. Surtout que au final...
C'est moi, je suis un peu en retard.
Non, la cache, ils vont bientôt l'avoir, c'est-à-dire. Non, maintenant il y a l'île. Ils ont pas pu prendre leur cache. Waouh, c'est chaud pour eux là.
On va mettre Fr sur le côté.
Merci pour la donner. Ouais, ça va être chaud là de les fight. Hein. Merci beaucoup.
Ouais, c'est Bévis.
Une nouveau sub, 0 champion. Putain, mais vous êtes. C'est fou ce live. Merci beaucoup pour le sub, wesh. Ce qu'il a pris. Ah, mais tu sais, ils sont dans une sauce de zinzin. Mais les bouquins, non, il a pas auto lobby, mais les bouquins, il est toujours en vie.
Peut-être qu'il est en bas. Il faut s'enterrer, je pense.
Ah, mort par Bévis à l'instant. Oui, il a pu mourir par Bévis. Ah, on a le replay. Ah bah non, justement, on est RZ et Akira qui étaient au-dessus. C'est-à-dire quand tu... Ah, ils ont vraiment le même délai.
Akira.
Ah non, c'était le replay. Ok, attendez, il y a la régie qui vient de m'envoyer le clip. Non, laisse pas encore le replay. Ok, le replay. Bavis.
Oh, bien joué sur le 26.
Ah, merde, c'est pas Malibuka.
Nickel, le knock, bien joué.
Ah, mais d'accord, on n'a pas vu Malibuka. Ah, on vient de revoir. On a eu 0 sur 20. Et attends, Tyson et Merstache sont morts aussi. Et là, attends, c'est-à-dire qu'il y a 2 duos qui sont favoris qui sont morts. Waouh. C'est une dinguerie en vrai.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? Jacob PR here with 112K, and we're gonna break down some of our favorite teams who are looking
in zone. I know they got the slurps, they got the slap splashes too. Big issue is the majority of the lobbies on that top right side actually above them, so it'll be very difficult to move towards that top side on that Rift Island. Skrill, Blue Fire, or Blur Fire, excuse me. At the tip of the top, you have that launch pad for rotation, but it's about claiming the island first.
Yeah, for sure. And they already have it claimed, right? You see that drum gun in his
Comment tu vas, Méthodique? J'espère que tu vas bien.
And so, those extra points will do them wonders over the course of the day if they can consistently start to claim it. And Blurfire and Skrill will look to be on the island a lot of the time.
Just
sort of try to take it when it sets up for them. Others will look to force the issue game after game.
Yeah, it's a win condition versus a benefit for a lot of people.
Mais sur qui vous les gars?
And I think we're seeing here why it's not too bad for these players to rift at this stage, right? 80 players still up. So difficult to really get hit once you're gliding in, and so not a bad option to rift. Well, a lot of teams will still opt to use the mud to get into zone. Either or, I think, will work in this lobby.
It's really tough for this lab. They're so open. Did you see what he saw? Because I didn't. I didn't. That was just a shadow.
Yeah, nah, you always got to be ready though. You can't have the top of your head completely exposed right above the Rift Island. Like, got to be more on point than that. And the FNCS finals after all, right? The grand finals, that is.
Blur in control, but still kind of at a loss. We got a really good spot to counteract Rifters. Nep's got a block in there. He's taking a lot of that damage for himself. I mean, this is where Skrill has to be active and keep an eye on this team. They're going to pressure them for now. Out of frustration, if anything. Give them a little bit of a check, but they're able to keep things secure. Those are just birds, won't give you surge. Nothing to find for Skrill.
Yeah, but this is an example of a team that maybe lacks that grand finals experience, right? Because in this kind of situation, these kind of lobbies, you have to know it's going to be so difficult with 80 players up to get surge in 5th zone. It's going to be tough. You know, you could argue, yeah, they're in a great position at 11. Look, they have so much vision over everything around them. That's just not how this lobby goes. That is just not how this lobby goes. It's why early surge is so important when you can be in closer quarters to people and get shots and tags that way.
I would say this is the god spot for surge right now, right? Rift Island, good to be on top of it, but so many people can hide under you. Chico Chulix are going to be able to see every single person move.
Yeah, and of course, they've been set up here for quite a while as well, so the ability to sort of
Bon,
walk
ouais, je vois
teams off
bien.
and change the direction of where they have to rotate through.
Morset, Proven Morfèche.
I mean, they're basically keeping good accounting.
Taven.
Good books. They see everyone's story. Oh, and Chico can
Camille,
follow
ça
it
peut
too.
aussi.
That's nice from Chicho.
Ah, puis pourquoi pas avec Hydrop.
Archie, though, different story. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. No man with them, they're kind of stuck on
Ah, il est
finding a
mort,
fight
c'est-
now. Unfortunately, I think this might just be the end.
Aïe aïe aïe, dommage, ça tombe trop tôt.
Jakey fans still win it though. But yeah,
Ah, il a ce temps
I
qui
think it
tombe.
will be the end. It's tough because they
Le joueur.
switched to landing sort of north
Vas-y,
of
Tifon.
Kinjitsu, sort of by that gas station area, right? That kind of split, moving
Faut
away from the
qu'il
steamy
touche
strike
devant.
area. But the problem is, in a lot of cases, they're still gonna have to rotate through the same ways. So the surge struggles they were having then
Il est mort.
are still gonna apply to them a lot of the time now.
En fait, le problème, c'est que tu fais pas de kill. Faut que tu t'organises dans l'instant, parce que sinon après, ils sont trop mal.
to get tags onto teams on this side of the map.
Ah, il est mort.
Jakey fan will do his best, but
Dommage,
his best
c'est sûr.
will not be enough for game one. Have to hit the drawing board and go back again.
C'est trop tard pour mettre de l'instant, faut mettre au début de
Looks
game.
like Kings on a castle with a moat around them. Mixing Blaha in game one.
L'achat qui
All
était
the
bon en
early
demi-finale. Hein.
domination after that has just been easy
Pourquoi pas
wins.
tenter une grande finale dans la
The
win.
next one blesses them so well. Right beside it, they don't have to move in just yet because they have complete control of this. So just look at the sight line. You're moving directly into them. From a lower plane of movement, it's going to be so much easier to both hit headshots and find bodies. A really good spot, and they won't have to move until very late.
Some
Another
sneaky
long range
and
shot
Thunderstorm.
from Blaha, and Mixon follows through after it too. Fox and DKS were also contested off spawn, but just picked up elimination while moving in general from zone to zone in the
Du
game.
côté de Solar, je crois qu'il y a que des KS, non, les gars.
Community in the lobby. Too many people on this side of the zone.
Yeah, it's just rough.
Moi, je
That's
crois
how
bien
it
qu'il y
is
a que des
though.
KS.
On
c'est bon.
just inside the zone in a grand finals lobby.
Je crois qu'il y a que des KS qualifiés du côté de Solari.
He might sneak in just because everyone's so busy and occupied. No one's really paying attention to him running in. But once he gets in,
Waouh, Chica a eu chaud. Hein.
job still is difficult.
Chica all-in.
To break into a
Ah,
box,
dommage.
but eventually is found. And that might be a big help for Swizzy and Prutrick in their journey up for Surge. You see them sitting here 271 above. Cammy and Seti on the other side of their walls. Patiently waiting for them to make a mistake.
And picking up a few in the feed. Trulux also popping off. Nevs getting two. While Swizzy does get targeted. Tries to clap back, but not going to be able to fight on his terms. Now it's just desperation. Down to no hard mats and just a little bit of wood. They're going to have to make this move too. Cammy, while fighting on one side, gets two more from the zone too.
Tire pas une
Or at
Camille
least helps
ici.
on pressure as Roban picks him up. Everyone not moving the zone, but these guys can still take a little bit of time. Lots of mats available. Slurps too, so they can cheat just a little bit getting their way in.
Qu'est-ce qu'il all-in?
Them
Oh, nickel! Ouais, il va tomber des caisses.
and going over.
Ouais, la régène, nickel.
That works out so perfectly.
Tu veux la régène, nickel. La régène, tu as sauvé la bière. S'il n'y avait pas de régène, il serait mort de zone.
So they'll pick their spot
Il avait 5 HP.
center-ish in the zone there.
I like it when Cammy rotates, he throws that double ramp up a lot of the times. People think he might be building up foolishly.
Okay,
He
he wants
gets
to
a
look
drop off
clutch.
on the right side. No tags taken. Easy distraction. Vico though is trying to be a nuisance himself. Finds a few, gets traded. Everyone just checking each other's boxes. Nothing to find just yet. Vico has closed that one. Not today. He's a bit desperate though, just slightly below. With all this movement that's happening right now, he should find a few more openings to get that number up.
Yeah, and this is what you want out of Vico, dealing damage. That's the value he brings to the squad. And even though historically he's always been a player that plays better in day 2 of Grand Finals, a good day 1 would work wonders for this team's chances of securing top 10.
From the looks of the zone, I think Blaha Mixon got blessed again. Tucks even more so on the left side. Yeah, I mean, they're one of the closest teams who's kind of in mid-ground for this. Best guard Tripper. also in a good spot, but
Tu
more
prends
than
des
where what to do, the more
HP.
teams end up going right in front of
Ah,
them.
des gars qui
Get the save
tombent.
match for the moment,
Dommage.
but we'll have to make some action happen soon. Which exclusive right up
28
front.
points pour des
This is
KF.
going to be a tricky one. I've never seen just everyone be so static and not move just fast just yet inside a game one like this, but it's going to get finicky. Everyone's going to have to basically play perfect.
Yeah, and of course, an 8-zone pullback is something that many of these guys will be accustomed to. Blaha and Mixon won't be accustomed to dealing with it on such low surge. You see him pre-popping a slurp before they rotate, just accounting for the fact that there will be damage taken on their rotation.
Pablo, 22 points.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same as well, because this is a tough zone to traverse.
Ouais, il est bien quand même, on a un petit peu de la win, hein. Ils sont bien.
It will go a long way, because many people aren't using mats, they're just losing their lives. They at least stay in the game and are still sitting in a good position with their mat economy.
I mean, looks like they have an empire they're leading with, right? That was so many mats used, as you said, on that rotation. Almost basically topped
par
off.
contre, ils sont bas, ils sont bas, ils sont
More in
bas,
terms of pressure on the backside. Take a look at Hydro and Trexter down low as well. Someone tries to challenge him, a little bit of a distraction, but it's not going to stop the pain. As Bevies gets closer, wall to wall, they find nothing, but they affect so much. I think a total of 30 HP between Hydro and Trexter. They're just waiting to pop a few mets of their own. They might go right back at it, but zone's going to move in just 10 seconds. Got to make sure your priorities are straight.
Yeah, and of course, this is where we start to see teams establish high ground. Teams who want to be playing for it. And that's exactly what Robin and Axos will do. Some pre-cones into the zone just to make sure they can get ahead rather quickly and warding off those teams on the other side of the zone. Have to be aware of the side they're not looking at though, right? Just behind them, players could sneak up from behind. It's so hard to hold zone from this point on in first moving. So much space to cover.
Blaha Mixon taking a little bit of space of their own. 2 layers up, then all the way down. You see the realization as to where space is free. Blaha's there, Mixon right behind him. Who's not making it though? Anas falling down to Bevies, who keeps on that aggression on his layer. Vico lost Pink, so that's all for him to just solo clutch this one out. He has a few materials to keep it going, but his HP pool is dropping. He's fighting other boxes. That'll be Dexy. But that's a lot of mats to work with.
Ils sont bien.
Look at what you see here. Seti and Cammy clearing out players on their layup. And this is something really interesting because you see them on second height getting pressured a bit by Robin and Axforce. But they're going to keep moving through these zones. I don't think they'll look up for height, but they are still a strong force in this game.
Height getting a huge advantage here as there's a big bounce back happening, so they get to save on just a few more mats. Seti came into have the best lane for this one, and Pablo Wingo and Bevies are sharing that entire vertical lane too. They're right below him. So on this perspective, they're actually going to find a few more individuals box to box. They'll look for these fights. Hedra's also on this side. They might just end up clashing heads here in just a second. They need to move up. They're getting squished.
Et Drake, il joue bien, ça joue bien du côté des Dragons. 62 points.
Screvis, can they actually fit through it? No, it's not going to be a sneaky mission. They have to go guns blazing, absolutely loud and proud through these boxes. Still seeing no one, so their timing's absolutely perfect. It's all about picking the right movements, the maneuvers, the layers, and right now, it'll be Grows on the other side of this one and getting a lot of damage done down. Hedra's gone. Dex won't be able to transfer and pick it up, but now he's a solo.
Not easy at all to move through, but he's making it happen. These big shotgun shots are going to do it. Moving through these builds that aren't he's a bit sketchy. But as he gets to new ground, he'll build a couple boxes and start to look around. Even still though, look how easy it is for the guys on height.
On height, it's popping off, but in the mid-ground, Refscar takes it straight to town. The Blaha and Mixon. Trippin follows afterwards and confirms the last 50 HP. Pablo Wingu, seeing chaos, says, I want more, but on all sides of the map, they're going for the chop down. Might not just have it yet. Pablo's just doing that damage as Bevies is up there too, doing the best he can to make sure these guys don't have it for free. Tripper's finally goes down with the Axe Force edited down. Hits the ground. Pablo Wingo Bevies healthy inside the zone, still fighting. Get 2.
Unbelievable.
Non, ils sont pas le stage, je connais plus le mode. Non, Pablo qui troll. Non, mais wesh.
And it takes down Pablo Wingo. It's just Bevies left with no materials. He has a slurp but just needs to hit some shots. Finally picks up bonus side. And that'll be enough to keep him in the game just a bit longer.
Final players in the air. No, it's Chulak out of nowhere on the backside. 1 HP. Can he make it? No. Bevies. Scissors does go down the rock, but they end up winning the game. What a performance to them and take that game 1.
That was unbelievable. I don't even know what I just saw towards the end there. Pablo Ingo and Bevies with a very, very late height take. The kind of take they can only
C'est
make.
dur son mate. Son mate, il avait plus de mate quoi. Parce qu'il affiche pas des maths, attends, j'allais voir.
Take height off of Axel and Robin, who did not see it coming at all. And even with a bit of adversity, I don't know where that rock came from, they still make the win happen.
Je sais pas si c'est pas bleu
Oh
la
man,
mate
Bevis
quoi.
looks shaking kind of a little bit towards the end, but he's like, I still gotta pump, I still gotta go, right? And he makes it
T'es dans le
happen.
vite comme ça, il faut le faire. Hein.
Secures that second, but the way these guys won this game, fury and finesse, that was amazing.
Look, the big thing for that team is
Dommage, il met pas les maths à côté, c'est une dinguerie.
again and get a chance to run it back just like that game. It's not a guarantee, but we still have so many games to left to see. Let's send it back to Ian to break down game one.
Levin, Shayo, thank you very much. Pablo and Bevy kick things off in monumental fashion. Bit of a crazy end game, but that's what we're here for, right? We love to see it.
Now, in that crazy end game, definitely heavily credited towards their crazy start because, again, it was winning out that initial contested off their drop against Skyden and Shakos, but the early battle as well against Thomas and Malabuka, that initial elimination onto Thomas and Mali set them in such a great spot because they were max mats and they had so many heals to go through the rest of the game.
Yeah, they just gave them a little bit of fire in their belly once they got those eliminations. They're like, yeah, we've taken out some of the favourites in the lobby. Why don't we just become the favourites?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about building blocks to success, taking out some of the favourites, starting as strong as they did, and racking up, I think it was 9 eliminations. Phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, really great stuff from this duo, and of course, this is what we like to see. This is what Levin alluded to right there at the end. They actually use these slurps to actually enable themselves to take that high ground.
Mais Pablo avait 42 maths. Il avait 42 maths. Il avait 32 maths. Non, il a pas réussi à se rattraper, dommage. Il avait 32 maths, il n'a pas réussi à se rattraper. Il fait drop. Sur mes petits lacs, le tien. On va faire le classement à peu près. Ok, Pablo en premier. Oh, Tripper en deuxième, 80 points, pas mal. Hydra, 74 points. Chico. Oh, DFR, c'est pire. Poda 5ème, 64 points. C'est Chekami son 6ème pour l'instant. Ok. Comment ils sont morts c'est Chekami, je sais pas comment. Non, si tu l'as raté une balle. Comment il a raté sa balle de pistolet? Moi, je pense bien, ouais. Camille, triple aussi, qui joue bien triple, non? Dommage qu'il est tombé là, pas mal de points. Mais aussi, comment ils s'appellent déjà les autres là? Attends, faut que je les retrouve. Des bons tops à chaque fois, attends, faut que je te retrouve. Triple, on y fait des bons tops, mais aussi en demi, ceux qui avaient fait, qui fait des top 1 à chaque fois là. Ah, Blacha, Mixon. Pas mauvais aussi eux. Ils sont 9ème, 46 points. ok. En tout cas, c'est plus en top 5 il y a des FR, ce n'est des Poda. Les KC Box sont 18ème. Yes, Kaden. Ils ont fait 0 points, Skaden. Et chez Code, ils ont fait 0 points. Ok. Ah, même Tyden et Merstad, ils ont fait une game de merde. Ils ont fait 0 points. Ah, j'espère qu'ils vont s'attraper, hein. Même. Il faut qu'il se rattrape, hein. Même Vadillo Savage, game de merde pour eux. Malibuka Tomate, wesh. Wesh, les mineurs, ils sont en bas, wesh. I drop Mappy, 0 points. Akira Scanjab, 0 points, pareil. Putain. Je vais regarder si ça va être live. Il m'étonnerait qu'il live, attends. Oh, il y avait nous qui live. Mais il joue pas. Monsieur Savage. Non, il live pas. Il y a Veno qui live. Attends, je vais voir Veno. Veno, il joue pas. Et regarde Archie. Allez Archie, les amis, il faut que tu joues le raid comme Veno. Akiral, attends, j'allais voir Akiral, est-ce qu'ils sont mis dans Akiral? Ah non, Akiral, ils ont fait 0 points, ils ont fait une game de merde. Ok, je sais pas si c'est mon test, je peux voir. Ah, c'est cool. Ouah, je comprends, mais chez quoi ils sont cotés par Basis. Ah ouais, c'est chaud, hein. Yaï. Je comprends maintenant pourquoi comment ils ont fait 0 points sur ma instant. Ouais. Ouais, il est mort. Ouais, il est mort. Ouais, faut qu'il change de spawn. Ouais. Déjà, faut changer de spawn, hein, vraiment. Ouais, faut qu'il change de spawn, c'est pas possible. Attends, je vais voir Akirol comment il ressent ça.
fight with, but drop them down. There's a nice little pump. Gonna be tough for they to face that one. They have a little bit of their own.
En tout cas, en face, faut qu'il change de spawn. Hein.
They have everything to set against them in terms of position overall. They might be working on max. Blaha makes them have the position, so
C'est pas respecter, peut viser, c'est chaud.
50-50 on spawn now. Still be 50-50, but plus a long vision on it. It's gonna take a while for it to actually come through.
Yeah, I think this final being more 50-50 in nature is often better for the team that wins, right? 'Cause it doesn't allow the frenzy to come in and fight. The longer this fight lasts, the more potential for those teams to come in and just get some free surge. But Blaha and Mixon, they want to put into it right now, running right
Attention, fight.
both angles. Unfortunately, Mixon's gone
Il
down.
fout le box. Nice, récupère le kill. 1v1, attention. Bien joué. Le chat qui fait le doublé. Nice.
1v2. You love to see it. I know he's got the firepower.
Il les a détruits. Hein. Full box, bam.
To make it work too. If Jakey wasn't a win,
Radical, bien joué.
never blinked against this
Bien joué, Blachard.
and make sure you got a good night's rest too. That's just tough to face.
Sure, Jakey and Nathan, you start thinking in your head, oh, are we going to have any luck off the top, right? 50-50, that's
Oh, ils sont en bas.
sometimes to slow down and loot still doesn't work for us. If they come back in game 3, they have to come back with something
Oh, il a un stuff, il fait peur son stuff. Hein.
Fortnite at timeouts, that's where, like, you know, you look at the ref, you're like, please, we need 3 minutes to think about what to do next. Call my coach, call my coach's dad, see what he thinks. We need a new plan.
Go with a friend, get some advice. Because right now, Blaha and Mixon are on a tear. It's interesting, right? Because
Ils ont peur, mais pourtant le mec, en haut, il est tout seul. Hein.
because Jakey and Nathan,
Sous attention, il est avec qui?
so he was thinking if Blaha and Mixon just get, dominate these guys off spawn, they're going to start landing on us. They're going to go back to a spot that they know a bit better. We'll be keeping track of that fight, I'm sure. Refs and Trippin, we saw them doing really, really well in game 1. And I was worried they'd be contested those spawn, but it seems to not be an issue for them so far.
Yeah, Minnie mentioned that I think with Huddy now and Refsguard, they're actually splitting the overall drop in general. Or taking as much as they can individually and not going for the full fight. So we'll have a regular 50-50 watch, but this one that can span so much space is not going to be actually taken all the way down to 0.
Ça va être, faut qu'il fasse une bonne game. Hein. Première game, ils ont fait 0 points.
Their split work.
Même pour Tyson et Murstach aussi pareil. Et Malibuka, faut qu'il fasse une bonne game, ils ont fait 0 points.
Tags. Nothing kind of really slapped back towards him. Lots of pressing to get to the next portion. Of looting, but
Find some confidence. Right, I spoke to Badil before the tournament. He didn't sound like the Badil I want to hear, right? He doesn't sound like the Badil that's ready to go out there and win the whole thing. So, I really hope these guys just
Et les filles 38 points. Ça, ils ont pas fait une grosse game, mais ils ont pas fait de mauvaise game, ça pas. 38 points, ça va.
how far Nev's already is. But like in that last game, these guys were online.
Yeah, these guys have just been in very, very fine form. I think they're the kind of team where once that dice just gets rolling, it just keeps rolling for them. They don't stop rolling that dice, they'll keep taking fights when they see fit. And a lot of the time, they'll just keep winning their chemistry together when fighting is really, really good. Like, you can't fake, you can't replicate.
Oh my god, Future 3v1! I can't
Oh les bâtards. Oh les bâtards, j'ai tout. Comme si c'était un mec, allez. Il va pas faire le boss tout seul. Après là, il a pas de pompe et l'autre, je sais pas, il a comme stuff. Faire attention, il a un HP.
waiting for that long. I feel like on the other side of things, you have to know they might not have as many bats. They might just have to run.
Et son mate, il est venu.
Switching actually
Son mate, c'est putri.
fight on their hands. Look at the opposite side. 300, 300, 300.
Non, il fait le taf, un putricain.
They're going to be looking fine.
C'est pas assez pique qu'on fasse ça.
No way they can go.
Ça a pas de pompe.
How far taking out Charcoal.
Normalement, il fait le taf. Hein.
Of the fact of Creaky and everyone else around that POI. Now Nets and how far they can choose their fights. They saw Charcoal about 200 meters in the distance. The last time we were watching
Star, il a intérêt à carry, hein. Meilleur tout à fait. Qu'à son mètre, il a pas de pompe. Hein. Il a de la chance de choper les claims, parce que la pompe exotique comme ça, au début de spawn, ouais. Ou la belle barre à 130, Elfire. Ouh, dommage, il a fait le full box. Hein. Bien joué. La craque. Il prend le tube blanc. Et il prend le kill, bien joué.
Talking to Pablo going between games. He says he's not sure if he's doing for FNCS or creative box fight maps. But honestly, if that's the case, we should just keep going through it. It's looking really good so far. Only gonna have to back off. No chance for Vasquez to get some cash. These guys are looking strong.
Ah, ça bat qu'on fasse. Et ils ont vu qu'il y a des pieds en or, ça intéresse personne. Putain. Je reviens les gars. Je cherche un truc.
And to go back to that point you were talking about, yeah, Pablo Wing with Bevies with a high take. The most interesting thing that I saw out of that is they didn't even build for it. That was just bullets. They got a height take without even building for height. The power and pressure of just the shots and what they choose to shoot is just huge off that first game. Teddy Kemi, we're in that one in the same layer kind of of them, but they didn't get as far. Were they fourth, third?
No, they ended up just not going for height because they didn't have enough mass to play for it.
Yeah.
And they're comfortable not playing for it. Right. Yes, obviously, Cammy is letting them playing mid and low. I think this season the reason we've seen them playing height a lot more is just because they've finally started to figure out certain better timings to look for it. In that game, those timings didn't really work out for them just because of their match situation. So again, that's what you want to be. You want to be dynamic as a team. You want to have options. You don't want to be limited. We've seen that over the course of Fortnite history where teams look great on a certain layer. You take them off that layer, they're not floppers, right?
Gotta make sure you're comfy on your couch. Staying at home. Tough to adapt to that much difference on the fly. Talking about some unfamiliarity this game as well. I mean, I never checking him a little bit. Look at the backs. Not a joke of a team that we played with. When in this position, it's off of just clean shots like this. Then it's strike out. Hardy will be up top, well, give it a second. Pablo and the Bevies aren't here just to see the island. They want to have some fun.
Yeah, but it came up second too late because Tropix and High really claimed it. I think the big thing with a team like them that has so many slurps, right, from playing over towards the sky is that they really construct their stuff in fight for their island, right? They have like 8 slurps. Like, I'm not playing a team with 8 slurps. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving like, if they have 8 slurps, I am gone as far as the island as possible. Because not only are they just have enough to work with, they're just willingly going to check the zone. They know they can stay here for a couple of minutes if we need to. And I might not have that power to fight. In this game, it's already been claimed by Intropix. Neither wants to benefit from it. But the good thing is Pablo and maybe to benefit from the positioning of what you see here up, high up, using those manifests to take shots at players from afar.
You're talking about the island party and the win condition of the points. I mean, this looks like a solid game plan now for Pablo and Bevies back to back. Right? First game, first island to get the points, but they were there. And got so much pressure, so much damage. Nice pick up from Kevin Stu. As he comes in on the backside, so many people actually in trouble and kind of worried about the verticality. They're missing out at 4 people moving in late from the zone. Blaha Mixon, we make up right beside him. These guys will still have to move. And we will think it's going to be safe to go on the backside, but there's more people inside the nether regions of the zone. They're all looking in for any movement at all. Capitalizing, I mean, no one's missing.
He didn't want to go on the left side of the board. Blaha and Mixon would have been raided right there just to piece him up if he did. But like I said, even when going on the other side, still tagged up. Dexy and Hedra forcing the issue here on this zone line.
It's a huge game for Dexy and Hedra right now. They wanted to translate a fifth place overall in game 1.
Oh,
they have 2 Elons now. They get a refresh off of a NOS. And just have a little bit more to keep moving forward. I mean, they're up to 3rd at the moment right now, so it's huge for these guys. Just that leaderboard up.
Yeah, that's not bad at all for Dexy and Hedra. Not a team that many people expect to be in this kind of position, but that's what's all about, proving the people wrong and showing what you can do. But Dale and Savage now, way on the other side of the zone from all that chaos we were seeing earlier, and that does favour them potentially if they have their surge in check. And if they can get some better materials, then it won't be too bad at all. Now that Surge is up there at 19 above, it's in the best spot to be in. So hopefully when Dale can start to hit some shots, that's going to be nice for their Surge total. That would be very nice for Rift coming through. You'll have his eyes all over, you see you instantly enter a bigger peak so that you can just really focus on it.
They're like old Chapel Super deals, like gotta push, they still exist somewhere in the brain.
Stay calm, though, don't want to overextend.
Oh no.
And Nico, another game where they could be going down prematurely. Stuck in the storm here. And Nico's down. Pink's going to do his best to fight it out, but it's not looking good, child.
He's going to be forced to fight too low on Surge, so he has to get inside the box. Misha, Tini won't wait this time. They get to fight first. Still so far from Rift Island to where they need to be in the zone. And that's the same for Fast Road, who I think is also involved in relatively the same area of fight. Yeah, it's right on the Misha. He's gonna get beamed all the way from the side of that Rift Island from the safe zone. Not only have to win this, but move to the zone in 44 seconds and keep moving inside the Winterland where there's big glaciers and mountains in front of you. But you can't really have an opportunity to move fast. You will get the
Il faut qu'il tire, il faut qu'il bloque le kick. Il bloque le kick, ah dommage. Bon bah j'ai le kill quand même.
And so much congestion already just on the edge of the storm right there. Like, getting in for this team is going to be so difficult. And there was another team in Shepard, yeah?
What's he doing this late? I mean, I know you were going for rip shots inside the zone, my friend, but these guys are really late to pass this time. Kiri's gonna be fine. A different entire type of game for them, way inside the pocket of the zone. They got the experience of playing every single week, but can they translate that to points today? Because off that first game, comparatively to the top 5, not looking too hot.
Yeah, I mean, they are a team that I think could surprise people this weekend, like to play for height at times. When speaking to the reigning champion of this season, or last season I should say, Ecclesian Medal here, I asked him to see who he thought could do really well. He did say playing exterior were a team he expected to do really well, so when you got those groups on your side, there's clearly something about you as a team.
This is going to be such a tough zone though. They see both sides, they're already down to...
Et ça va être sûr pour aller faire là, pour que la feuille.
Trying to just keep a few things alive, maybe get lucky here or there with stragglers coming into the zone. You'll notice
Mais 684 au-dessus de la storm. Wow.
the future after we're done with Prototype's POV. He's going to actually run down to box. The all the stills to play with. Prototype going to escape his own demise, his own doom chamber. As Anchor's after him, but eventually he will go down. They made a big investment in
tombé?
but I'm not sure
Ouais,
if
il est
they'll
tombé.
back from the glacier side, but you can see the difference in elevation for a lot of different moments inside this zone. Where is Jake even coming from? Staying alive this much inside the zone. I don't see the slurp ticking, but he's got to move almost there. Not sure he's going to be able to make it in time, and yeah, that fly is not going to make it drive by.
I like the ambition, but yeah, everyone was going to be watching him coming in there.
He actually, with Bacon, switched his route slot to be a little bit more northern base. They were landing a little bit closer to Kenjutsu, testing robot axe force in general, but right before game 1, about an hour before, they decided to switch things up, go towards that lowly lab side. It's going to be huge, but just look at this POV, right? Not only are you moving inside teams, but you're going underneath these chasms, valleys, big bridges of ice above you. Movement here is going to be so tricky. So many maps are going to have to be used. Fifth place already down, so more teams could try to come around him. It's just game 2. You can still make a name for yourself on the leaderboard, but the terrain you have to traverse this time is almost impossible. We don't see winter zones often in the EU, and when we do love it, it is catastrophic for so many teams.
Yeah, it's such a weird area to traverse, like you said, just because of the different changes and elevations you get.
Huge for Hedra here. I mean, he doesn't have Dexy by his side, but still alive. We might be able to find a few mats. It might just be Dexy's body, though. I don't see any other mats either. He will have zones for now. This mat's actually slipped down. Hopefully it's a lot to keep him going. Curve on the back. I mean, how do you even get through that portion of the zone? Madeal's not going to be able to make it. He goes down to Anchor, who is still hunting people on the shady stone side of things. And yeah, now everyone has to move down again, so all these people who thought they had the dead side locked in and didn't use it.
66 au-dessus de la storm.
Keep getting max zone
Qui
after
touche ça.
max zone. Tripper doesn't make it.
Trop marrant.
Trades out with Misha, but he might be able to
Là, ça va être remonté après. Faut qu'il touche vraiment.
We saw push box after box after box. We're still down on search.
Every team is just shambles on search.
I feel like I'm a doomsday report. You know what I mean? Like, this is just
No good news.
I don't know. A single team in an amazing position. Even the ones who are good are taking trades. And once you have a little bit of a sight of the sky, you're getting beaten again. You just see broken shields. You can't even see clouds. I mean,
dommage.
about them in game 3. That's exactly what Bolt's going to be doing. Is Anchor does get a bit of a trade. He'll have some points to keep him moving, but this is just tough. Still 100 below.
Doesn't get much better. It really does not. Of course, for Anchor, you really will hope it can, because with what he has in inventory and material-wise, it's not too bad. It's just the positioning and the search has been the issue. He's going to pop this slurp, and of course, the splashes will help him in getting towards the safe zone. The worst-case scenario, people do start shooting. He has more than enough materials to build his way in. Then cheap out a little bit.
Ouais, tout est bug de partout. Waouh. Mais c'est toi une grande finale comme ça, mais en construction, oui. Il y a des forts de partout.
Guys right now, I mean, this is rain that does damage, and Ancor's not going to be able to keep it going. They'll be hiding on bush, and we're stashed that stop him in his tracks.
Savage is still up. We saw the deal going down earlier. He wants to go up to Rift Island. I can't blame him. There might be some spare loot for him there. Cammy and Say, you're going to opt to go underneath it, though. They don't want any of those problems. And of course, you can win to find him on the dead side as well.
Thomas and Malabuka. We're up here. CEOs running the lobby, trying to find a way to get towards that launch pad. It's going to cost them so much. I mean, that's basically all you hear is to be able to work with the zone. We'll be able to get in the straight into the sight lines of Mac in top. Has an ultimate height, Malabuka low HP. Thomas HD has to get right inside of it. No, it's segments and players, but they're looking good. That was really nicely done. To get typed up like you have to go through the staff of Malibu, so can now just lead the way and he will follow. This team is one of the few teams you've been able to look at, and they do look strong, they do look good, but they have what it takes to win this game. This is where Thomas has to go big now though, right? Malabuka's got to this point, it's time to act, get that big damage, see what's good. The rest of our trippers though, been a little bit, you know, stumbling over their feet, fight after fight, a little bit of big trades on health, but now it's all about taking shots together. They're so good sticking side by side. Refscard is slipped out. There was one portion in zone, but it's done enough damage.
Oh non, il a grillé. Non. Tripper.
Fighting on ice is so difficult. You saw him slipping and sliding, couldn't really find much control in his movement, and that will cost him. Tripper didn't want to fight though, he just wanted to run to zone, and it's kept him alive in the game. This is trouble for everyone though, as you see the map actually pulling up.
Tripper qui est tombé. Ce mec qui pensait tu sais, ce mec qui a dit non, il va pas. C'est parti. Il avait le match de la chance. Le mec en face, je sais même pas s'il est mort ou quoi. Il avait bleu match sur lui, il se trouve qu'il avait du champ encore. Wesh, il les a dosés. Waouh, AV2. Il les a dosés. Hein. Il est bon à ce mec. Hein. Il aurait dit même s'il a pas le mec, il t'arrache tout le monde de l'eau grande. Bah, dommage. Si. Je crois que Camille est mort, je crois. Bah, Morta, tu vois, tout à l'heure on parlait d'eux, ils savaient pas très bien commencer. Et là. Il reste 3 mecs. Oh la grosse balle de Mustache. 2v2. Sur le qui en face? Patrick qui? Oh les 12 hein. Oh les 12. Un HP, il a win. Oh là là, Mustache fait le boulot. Waouh waouh waouh. Il a dosé hein.
Absolutely unbelievable from that team. I think the big thing about them, the cash cup this week, they were so close to winning it. People were going, oh, when you throw this cash cup, it was an easy win for you. But when I was watching them, it was clear to me they were practicing high takes, practicing the timing to be able to play high ground. And here in game number 2 of the grand finals, look where they are, up on high. Their practice has paid off, and they're winning games. Are they going to go for it? They won major 1, in second major 2. It looks like they want to come back around and major 3. Might just be it, but they have Titans to take down. I mean, Bevies can't be stopped. Thomas HD, Malabuka also staying alive game after game. So many storylines. We need a whole nest to bring it down. So let's toss straight to it.
Shio11, thank you very much. Game 2 is in the books, and the big hitters came out swinging, Mini.
Yeah, they did. That was a crazy end game.
Commencez pas Alexandre, j'espère que tu vas bien.
And finally, we had a snowy zone. We did. Tick it off. Tick it off. I mean, that's our one for the weekend. There you go.
Yeah.
C'est du quoi Alexandre? Putain, Moustache, t'as bien sacré. Vraiment Moustache. On va revoir ça.
Yeah, we've seen this team on height before, and here we see it again perfectly played.
Là, ça commence là, là. Bam, il prend un kill dessus. Là, il le knock, bien joué. Il va aller chercher les deux. Bam, Iloline là. Le derrière, il arrive, boum, 200. Et là, Iloline. Il tombe, il a 1 HP en face et bien joué. Oh là là.
I mean, all you can ask from your player when you're getting dropped down is just maybe take out one, maybe do a little bit of damage, and I can heal off with the top on the hide almost right now. Just takes them both out. He just does more than expected, and that's great.
No messing around for this duo. Let's take a look at how our standings are shaping up after game 2. And as you can see, Pablo and Bevis, I mean, Bevis at some points during that game didn't look human. I think we need to double check if he actually is.
Oh, Camille City, ils ont passé 3ème. Super, 4ème. Leurs têtes, ils sont montés 6ème. Waouh. Quoi, en game là. Tu peux changer en game. Par contre, il est la 12 et vraiment. 1v2, waouh.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's one thing having a good day, but then you've got to have a good weekend. Yeah, if you want to, of course, live the Axe of Champions. Now, some other names are in the mix here that we did see perform well. Regarde and Trippin, of course, one of the duos.
Yeah, they did drop a couple of slots in the leaderboard position overall, but again, we're only in game 2 here, and the main issue I think that's been a bit of a problem was refs unfortunately unable to find his footing. He just had an instance where he was trying to take a challenge and unable to find the refresh. Unfortunately, just kept sliding along the ice as well. Bit of sabotage from that natural map terrain.
Yeah, the ice on your feet is never.
En fait, lui là, qui m'a tué juste avant, il aurait pas dû aller chercher. Faut mettre au début, il allait. Il est retourné directement. Il aurait dû le suivre. Soit il est moins 2, soit il y va pas. Ça va toi putain?
I've been waiting for that. I do. Obviously, this is a huge part of any Fortnite game. How players manipulate and go with the Storm Surge. And we want to focus on one of our duos in particular, Archie and
Jakey Fan.
Jakey Fan.
The duo that we wouldn't expect to, perform well in Storm Surge.
When
you have a first time grant, Storm Surge is always the question. You can either play it well, you can play it badly. In game number 1, they didn't play it too good. And in game number 2, it hasn't been working out for them either. We see them on the map right now towards that south side, and they're trying to sort of rotate around onto that dead side. We saw Archie getting a big tag at the beginning of 116, but they just struggle to continue to get those tags throughout that rotation. And ultimately, when you're rotating to the dead side, there's less players, hence the name dead side. There's less players on that area, so there's no people to tag.
Yeah, this is a little bit rough for them as well, with the zone pulling so far north, considering that they start very south of the map towards north of Kinjitsu Crossing. And I think the mentality here for Archie and Jakey Fan, it's the right idea,
C'est une épreuve. Il va taper des sacrés bunkers et il pas assez d'assaut.
Yeah, I think it's about having good ideas, and then if they don't help, you've got to be able to adapt on the fly, right? Yeah, you have a backup plan. I think the issue for Archie and the Jakey fan right there is they thought, yeah, we've got a surge on spawn, let's go to dead side and have a nice easy game. That didn't get enough. That's where the grand finals experience comes in. You need to know how much surge you need to do and how much damage you need to deal, because if you don't do enough, you're going to be forced out.
Game 2 done. Yeah, having a good time. Okay, I think we've got a pink fan here, by the way. I haven't got
maybe a little bit of time.
Okay, alright. Guys, are we ready to get into game 3? We're about to enter into the halfway point once this one is done and dusted. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right back on that battle bus with Levin and Shire for game number 3.
Game number 3, and Ian, what if I want to waste some time? What if I want to reminisce and think about that game 2, because that was like 6 games in 1?
Look, if you want to waste time, I'm not with you on this one. Because I want to hop right back in, because that action we saw there was crazy. I think it only gets crazier because the zones came all over the place, right? Talked about wanting to see more North zones. We got a North zone, and it didn't disappoint, right? That was one of the crazier end games we've had all season. I think the pressure's really starting to get to these teams. They're feeling it. Some of the better players in this book are shaking in end games. I'm not lying, they're shaking.
Yeah, it's not just the best players doing the best. Some of the best falling under that pressure. Speaking of pressure, let's make some diamonds or something. In game 3, because we're jumping out of that bus. It's looking good. I want to tune in with Pink and see exactly where he is and what's going down. I mean, the 50-50 of this map are absolutely entertaining to watch this time around. Sometimes on EU11, I feel like some of these fights, they end up going one way or the other. Yeah, a little bit of a snooze fest, but over here, it's action, action, action all the time.
Yeah, especially at the Spire. So Shakos and Scans had better shots, but it didn't really matter at all. It was all about the weapon play in the end, and this time round, it looks like it'll be in their favour. Maybe down. So it's up to Pablo Wingo to do the spectacular. It's not out of his possibilities, but it's certainly not going to be easy if they come pinching from both sides or man to up. But it's not to finish things off. And so Pablo Wingo and Belly is going down here.
Enfin, il doit.
I can hear it all the way from here, a collective sigh of relief from 90 players as they see Pablo Wingo and Bevies go down. First place by 50 points as the Cubs are absolutely terrorizing everyone else on the island. Nathan and Jenkins have a little bit of a cut in their step too as they get defensive at the Frenzy House. Baha Mixon, they'll take it patiently as usual.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they are a team that I think I'm very excited about. Because when given opportunity to play games out, they're clearly going to be a force. It's just a matter of how that dice roll goes off spawn. Baha and Mixon, they've been dominant off spawn against Jakey and Nathan, and they're now looking to go for the 3P. They've done the back-to-back.
This game does not go well off spawn for Nathan and Jakey. It's not just about going down, but the action includes everything. The action might just be about going down here. What a shot from Jakey to respond back. If it doesn't go too well, they got to start thinking about alternatives on day 1. I mean, 3 games just seem to be wasted off spawn. Could go better at a different spot, and that's where, you know, Big and Beak will start to ask a few questions. Will this be an easy FNCS for us, or trouble off spawn once again? This is a switch up overall too for Kenzie and Petchka. They weren't expecting Bacon to be here until about very, very early course of this tournament. Game 1 switch up for them, and you can see the pressure. It's a good switch too. As once again, 2 prelims for Speed. A little bit of disrespect on top too. They're feeling good after that fight.
Yoko trying to stay in the game. They went down earlier in game 2. But 2v1 is not the easiest of situations to deal with, especially against DKs and Hawks who they're going to be a bit more patient in their approach to this fight, not just going to jump in willy-nilly.
For dropping the phone, I mean, there's not Vox and DKs. It's that wildfire coming to you from the left side. Might just be time to send it at the Spire. Why not, you know?
Throw yourself into that mix.
Yeah, if it's happening here, let's happen it there.
At least if you in there, you know, you get 18 slurps.
Guys are slurp Samuel. It's crazy.
Hold on a minute. What's bro cooking?
9 HP. Might be overcooking, but so far still tasting good.
Wait a minute, Daya, look. I know. He gets open. He gets it on that. Wait, Shia, wait.
Marvel looks like the truth right now.
Wait.
One shot.
Oh, look at that. Whoa.
Joko, are you kidding? The 1v2, we were doubting, we were hating, we didn't
What?
believe in him, but he did it. Big shot there onto Box didn't see it coming.
What was
And
this?
GKM didn't have the match. Joko, wow.
Oh, il a tous été cassés, boss.
That's perfect. Listen, I gotta apologize. I was not familiar with your game.
I was not familiar with Yoko's game at all.
I'm talking about the Spire. Let me take that all back. Stay here. Try. But your time is also having a good time.
Yeah, this Archie they're taking out. Unfortunately.
It's not what they have to do. Target Archie to get the game going.
I mean,
It's a rough time, man.
yeah, it's not great, is it? That is tough. It's a very, very tough spot to be in. Jason Van Dam has a lot of work to do. It's kind of more of a difficult one to handle.
Round comes to the deal, close the box. Fights him in, 91. 50-50, both that twice collected 4 HP. We got some of the damage. Time to let Savage loose. One peek, a little bit of an error, it's all good. Jump back up again. Control, 2 peeks down. Alright, Ordeal's ready to go again. Savage does jump. Send him back up.
I'm sad. I know for a fact if he has taken the deal down and gotten the knock, he'll get an OP. Like 100%. I swear it. Like if he has gotten the deal down there, instead of 3 HP, 100% the one thing to happen.
Close.
Almost. In another life.
I saw the instance of it. Triple Restaurant in that last game spent so much time inside the zone. I mean, we saw lots of eliminations as a result. These guys did not make endgame for some elusive reason. I mean, flying in at 9th zone from so far away, getting taken down. Gotta be wondering what's up, but that winter zone was just kind of awkward. Meanwhile, Darko's not done. Darko's done.
Well, it's fine. He provided us with a moment we will never forget.
No, this is what it is. If it's not 2 people, Darko will not win. 1v1s, I sleep. 2v1s, I'm awake.
It sounds like it.
Fireball curve also working it around. Free keys getting a little bit more congested as that mid-game starts up. Obviously, no one's in this space at all. Pay no attention to the bush.
I think it's more of a matter of making it harder to predict the team, right?
100%.
Tu peux faire la vaisselle si tu veux. Hein.
A little bit of trouble in on rotation, but I feel like every team now is kind of on top of how much surge they need, how many fights they've taken. This might just be necessary to stay on top of the numbers. 88 people still alive in game number 3. I'm liking the versatility from Tini and Misha, right? We got trap plays, staying still for 3 minutes, and then aggressive box fights where they take charge. On the right side too now. Might still be winter, who knows?
Mais dis la
So
poubelle,
who
elle est
knows?
trop
You rate this
pour
up
moi.
1 to 5.
Pas la descente. Alors quand tu seras décidé, il faut, mon chéri.
7 out of 5.
Ça fait 2 jours.
Oh, sorry, out of 10.
My bad. I said 5. That was my fault. That's a hard time. Yeah.
Regardless, I've seen it. We've had the single zone in the cash up this week, actually. Game number 1, so... Receiving keys pulling towards the beach side, that's where I'd expect it to go. Genie and Misha, in that case, would have quite the way to go to get there.
4 points, c'est chaud pour eux. Après tout peut se passer encore, pas fini. En 2 games ça peut remonter. Axel qui sneak. Ça touche, ouais, ça met lourd. Ah, c'est face rock en plus en face. Ouh. Comment tu vas, Kenzo? Ah, c'est pas moi qui te réveille, c'est les joueurs. C'est un 3e game là, si tu veux savoir. Bien joué, 64. Et ils peuvent passer en top 2, hein. Ils sont à 3 points du top 2. Hein. Du suspect, ils se sont envolés en 171, 50 points d'avance. Wow, bien joué l'appel balle. Dracetti. Yukami. J'ai pas des morts. Wesley Williams, il est mort. Ah, de break. Il est mort comment, c'est qui Camille est mort comment? Je sais pas comment il est mort. Je fais 3 games, c'est qui wesh. Tu appelles late ou quoi Camille aujourd'hui? Ils vont perdre leur 3ème place. Parce qu'en vrai, ils peuvent peut-être passer à la première place vu qu'ils sont morts les premiers. Ils font quoi triple? Qu'est-ce qu'ils font? Je joue la zone. Parce qu'elle va faire du moins 2 et... J'espère qu'ils ont beaucoup d'heal, hein, parce qu'ils n'ont pas beaucoup d'heal, ça va être chaud. Le truc de la faille, la statue, ça voyait bien. Dark qui sont fight. Faut qu'ils ont les kills, sinon ils sont morts. Hein. Ouais, c'est sous bleu en plus en face. Ouais, ils sont morts. Pourquoi pas dessus là, dommage. Ouais. Et Dark qui va tomber aussi. Ouais, Drake qui tombe, c'était sûr. Même s'ils ont... il a pas de... il va tomber. Il va faire moins 5 là. Pour ça c'est qu'ils n'ont pas de deal hein. Je sais pas s'ils sont tombés, c'est qu'ils n'avaient pas dit, mais à mon avis ils sont tombés. Hein. Nico il s'est fait crack. Le breuvage, ça va. Plus de la storm, ouais. Ok, passer 51 au-dessus. Là-bas, ils ont la storm, c'est le moment d'avoir des kills dessus. Il a un HP lui. Get bien joué.
Behind him is the question. Or in general, where is Vink? As I just see Vico right now, huge map refresh to keep it moving. Vink's actually in front, so they're both just kind of following each other. At the same time, just doing their own solo stride. Vico slightly trapped, but he can take a mini break, a breather. We're going to treat the Pink, but Pink gets knocked down. Trouble in dual paradise. He was on a good time, or has done a good job so far. Playing his time as a solo. Pink melting in the storm on the knocked body. He'll know exactly where all the mats are. Shax isn't going to stop him. He simply doesn't want to stop these traps.
Yeah, he needs to be careful when he wants to go for that, but it's going to be so tough. They rotate now, that might give him the window to do so.
Dommage, t'es mal du corps. 22 points. Sur sa souligne 141, bien joué. Dans la box. Il lui a volé les kills. Oh là là, 162, waouh. Oh, il a pris une balle de deagle. Là, il va se checker les splats. Dommage. Peut-être qu'il peut reprendre la première phase, hein, des premiers sur la 71, mais ils sont morts. Sur le clutch, Patrick. Putrick. Ça va être ce qui est bien encore. 400 de maths. « 42 mètres pour Vico. » Ah, il est bloqué. Ok, nickel, qui est récupéré. J'aurais rigolé s'il serait resté bloqué, vraiment. 39, bien joué. Oh, dommage. Nazi qui est tombé. Et ça va sur le clutch.
though, climbing towards the skies at the cost of a deal. He has height, and it's a solo showdown up top, and he has the shot.
Ouais, il a mis 40, il a pas de chance. C'est un petit peu all-in et qui va tomber, dommage.
They haven't got many materials, but they have the best setup to do it. The only duo remaining, and they know where both players are. Need to chop Jacobs down, and they need to get it done with quickly.
They got no mats. This might just be it. One down, Prototype.
Oh, bien joué pour Potasai qu'on a knocké un. Il a plus de mat à l'aider. Oh, il win sur ça, GG. Waouh. Bien joué pour la... Voilà la nuit.
Is that guy right now, Snazy as well, keeping them in the game. That's someone's of ego. The ego sneaking behind him, that could have been very, very bad. So even though he went down earlier, he still helped the team to get it down. A big win for the French.
This might be a difference maker. The 12 total games all these teams have to play over 2 days. But for this one, let's break it down in what we got.
Hey, thank you very much, Shia and Levin. We are officially at the halfway point of day 1 of the FNCS EU Grand Finals. Snazy and Podesai. What a finish from Podesai. Like Levin said there, I don't think anybody...
C'est combien 173 points. Ils sont passés premiers, non? Je crois bien qu'ils sont passés premiers. Là, ça, il a fait un sacré taf hein, cette game. GG. En fait, il a trop bien joué Potasai parce que dès que le mec en face il en avait tué un, parce qu'il restait un solo avec lui, avec le solo il a fait jouer par un mec, boum, il knock le premier et il knock le deuxième. GG, ça a bien joué. Ouais, Snazy et Potasai sont passés premiers à 2 points. Pablo deuxième place. Troisième. Ouais, Camille City sont descendus à la 8ème place. Ils ont perdu 5 places. Dommage. Y a pas un des deux qui stream entre... Attends, je vais sur Fortnite Tracker. Je pense que ça se relance, attends. Oh, c'est pas personne qui stream là. Oh, une grande finale, ça m'étonnerait que le qui stream. Ouais. Non, lui il stream pas. Wow.
Yeah, well, someone has been playing for a very long time is, of course, Mr. Savage. At the very beginning, we highlighted him and said, look, we want to see big things from him, and there were some highlight moments for him there.
Of course, and again, for Savage and Medeal, I think that this is definitely a team that has so much talent behind them. The real question is still, can they continue?
En fait, dès qu'il y en a que Savage, il aurait dû avancer. Dommage. Alors c'est Sechi Kami, je peux voir est-ce que ça stream ou pas. Sechi. Sechi, ça stream pas. 6 jours son dernier stream. Et Kami. Peut-être avec un peu de chance. Il y a 5 jours, dommage. Ah, c'est un service de 2035, ok. Bon, moi, pour ça, j'ai regardé le chemin de DKS. Moi je me dis Fortnite là, au lieu d'interviewer des personnes là. Et pendant 1 minute, pas pendant 3 minutes. La game elle a commencé. Oh, ils sont bien montés ta brutale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Il y a 3 teams. C'est pas team en vrai. C'est combien de points? 51. En vrai, du côté de DS, ça va en l'aide vraiment. Ils peuvent vraiment mettre beaucoup de storm. Hein. Ils sont contestés par 3 teams. Ah bah enfin, c'est pas trop tôt la game 4.
Unironically, it's going to be amazing to see what happens in game 4 because right now it's going to flip flop every game, right? Power team they make it off spawn. Teams that are middling, they pop off in the end game. Punches, are they possible? It's different every game.
Yeah, I think that's the key, right? When you see the same things happening game after game, you almost can start to predict what's going to happen. I'm still yet to understand really what we're going to see by the end of today. Up there in the standings, let's hop right into the next game. Game number 4. The players will be ready and waiting to get right back to it. Set their stakes for the course of the weekend. Initially, right, it's going to be all about those most battles that we've seen. Some of them go in a certain way, then quickly changing in game 3. Maybe that was just a one-off. Maybe that will be the new pattern.
Yeah, ultimately though, it's just what happens in these 5th to 12th zones, right? Where we're going over and over again, which is this north side, brutal bastion. I think the most equivalent in NBOI situation that goes down. From the beginning, Pablo Baby, Skydium, Shakos, round number 4. Let's keep going.
Il est énorme, s'il est énorme, c'est bon de le tuer. Il a chopé une PM. Il utilise dans le cas. Maintenant, les deux. Ah, il est mort. Bien joué, Chicos. Nice. Il gagne le spot encore, let's go. Et il a pas réussi à grimper, il s'est barré, il a laissé son mec tout seul. Son extension. Ouais, il a un HP, il va tomber. Et il est mort. Ouais, dommage. Mais la chérie gagne au spawn. En plus, au début, c'était grave bien, Pablo et tout, aspect. Il se fait tuer 2 fois au spawn. Chapeau par Chicos et. Puis s'ils gagnent le spawn, ils ont gagné la première fois, ils ont perdu 2 fois. Attends, j'ai l'autre, comment il s'appelle? Je crois que c'était Pablo, un truc comme ça, je crois que c'était Pablo, je crois. Pablo, je trouve pas. Non, si tu perds de spot, c'est à cause de Pablo. Il est en train de battre, il est ressorti, il a abandonné son mate. Mais il pouvait rien faire, il en avait dehors, bien joué, qui a récupéré nice. Il tombe, 1v1. Parce qu'il a un HP, ça va être chaud. Ouais, belle balle. Un stuff de malade, hein. Bien joué. Il avait 10 fois son stuff, je pistonnais en noir et réagir en bleu. Et il a commencé le fight avec 200 HP, le mec 20 HP. Oh, il a mis un HP. Tombe, nickel. Vox en sneaky. Ou Vox qui a mis la cam, je crois, pour 2000, c'est combien? Je crois que c'était 2000 ou 4000 bucks, je sais plus c'était combien.
Imagine more and more teams are just staying closer to maybe not even
Wow, il
working
s'est
out.
craqué. Hein.
The rest of the game goes to plan if zones keep pulling this way. Boxy Gessel, you saw, just getting a little bit of movement away from other builds, a little bit of freedom.
Ils sont joués, hein.
Off of pressure. Yeah,
Ils sont encore des hits.
other teams are ready to just beam you down. You have to stay inside this box fight. That's gonna be tough. Darko and Clone. I mean, this time he doesn't need a 2v1, but is he still strong if his teammates up? That's the question.
Hey, Jarko. We know
Ça va, ça ferait que les jeux comme ça en. Je crois que son métier est bête de loin. Il a pas peur, hein.
I want 2v1s to give you like plus 5 points.
I'm not saying no. I don't think we can make it.
That's true. Plan on push. Mustache. Interesting day so far for them. I feel like they've just been consistent overall, but not too flashy.
Yeah, you see them rotating through here. They're trying to get to mud as quickly as possible. Just to be ready for when the cash comes in and so they can rotate through. It's the kind of rotation that they kind of make on these zones a lot. One that can be taken advantage of if you are that team that was up there on that glacier, right? If you're expecting Pilot Bush and Otash to come through, you can sort of position yourself in a spot to shoot at them. And there was a team there that did, so clearly some work to do going down, but there was a chance they win.
Robot and Axe Force a completely different day than they were expecting. 6 out of 6 fights off spawn are going to be just disappearing as their opponents leave towards the north side. As a result, Surge will be slightly different. We're going to have to look for more box fights, and we saw that. You actually pointed it out, Leather, on one side of the map. They're not going to be in fast and choose to delay and stay inside the zone, which they usually do. That's what ends up happening this time, though. A home zone is more so on the bottom right side of the map. Basically, Buddha side will have a little bit of a ways to go.
Les Hippodas pour ceux qui sont premiers, hein.
Oh, it's actually top. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's what it is. Sometimes you're trying
Je suis bien du côté des FR.
These guys are off a win. Can Bullseye do it again? Back to back helps?
Getting his first wins back to back would be kind of crazy, if you ask me. But it's not impossible, man. I think things sort of fell into place perfectly for him in that last game.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I think you know, it's not done. These are
Bon, il a un HP.
watching EU, everything's gone on.
C'est Archie qui se fait arracher.
Archie's looking for the 10 game.
For people who don't know, Archie is kind of being coached by Venom. It's been a long back and forth trying to sort out an agreement, you know. Of course, Venom wants to make sure it's inappropriate. It's what's hard work, you know. They've been negotiating terms.
Téléchoppe des splotch. Nickel. Encore, ils sont encore en fait des KFLox.
Yeah, 2 days. You know? I've heard around that Archie's a day 2 player.
How do you know that? You've never played
Huh?
day 2?
Listen, man, I have my people in the streets.
He's not played the day 2.
He's a day 2 player. I mean, if he's not a day 1 player, you know?
I mean,
It's an easy shot to take.
That's fair. But I've just never played a day 2, so like, you know?
You just never know.
Okay.
If you don't know, now you know.
Child and grows up against
Trop les rails de tout prix.
Cash. We saw them fighting a bit earlier. It didn't actually materialize into
Un bleu à chaque a pas de jaloux. Aïe aïe.
no surprise the French players getting
Oh, il va tomber. Oh, Vox.
cash after this.
Vox qui est lourd. Hein. Pète un bleu Vox. Pas de risque.
was stolen from them one game before, so I'm not gonna let it happen again. Yeah, I guess the balls were just a target in terms of zones left. They just took the brunt force of 1,000 summers for us to be absolutely chilly here inside day one of the finals.
Honestly, look, I know I made this whole 11th list thing and I said, yeah, I want to see winter zones, but I didn't expect them to just give me a winter zone every game.
Let's just say you want to see a wad of cash on the stage right now. I want to vote for teams on this list if this is the case.
I will happily add more things to my list. You're gonna keep just send in your request, I'm bringing it through.
I want a qual for finals.
That might be hard to do.
I can't do miracles. Can't do impossible. That's true. Chicho and True, like, the team are in such good spots for surgeon bases. And they've been consistent so far in endgame. But to make that top 3, to get what they need to do, that's just going to be the difficulty now. In these last few games.
Chicho and True are one of those teams where you sort of know what you're going to get out of them and they sort of try and play a similar style season to season.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, right, different chapters, things sort of worked out for them, right, where they had a bit of a spot. They were playing sort of mid-map. This time around they're playing outskirts. It's a bit different for them to play the way they want to play.
Woodjackson
Yeah. Okay.
qui est le deuxième.
We love to see it.
That's what Yo's is all about, right? Control the players. They want to get in your box, get in your face.
Also slowly kind of slow down from
Attends, fait une giga tour en haut.
that first game, box-to-box type play style. It'll be so nice for them to have a little bit of change of pace too, all the way from Shady. Gonna be able to make the zone. So many things happening all across the map though. These guys, it's just one story. I've liked what I've seen so far from them. Overall, it's been nice. Off spawn has been interesting too. A lot of players, I wonder what their off spawn is like. Seeing what's good. I mean, so far it looks like uninterrupted. 120 points are also looking good on the day. Got 2 more games after this one. Everything's sunny for us on Slova. Here's Thomas HD and Malabuka. Questions I have off spawn for them, but I don't have the answers. Who does? Do we have anyone? Who does?
We have a mini miner who has the answers. Do not fear shy. Now, it hasn't been the best start for Thomas HD and Malabuka, and throughout all of these weeks so far, we've seen them losing their own.
Je vais voir les derniers jours.
So they're going to try and stick together and try and play together as much as they can. We see Thomas HD, of course, using this Mammoth pistol, doing what Thomas HD does. And what I really like about what he did, he actually got a key earlier on, and actually uses the key master augment as well. They rotate out of their drop spot.
Je fais combien de points les derniers?
They get an upgraded shotgun, and of course they get
Ah, ils sont à 0 points. Wow, j'étais à 0 points, la D. Anas, même du côté Anas, 30 points, c'est chaud. Archie, combien de points? Archie, 8 points. Ouais. Après ça, là, le game. Les sites game, je sais pas, ils sont moins étrangers quand.
Did he have 6 slurps?
He did have 6 slurps.
That's a lot of slurps.
Honestly, that is a lot of.
If you saw a man walking with 6 slurps, that's an unusual amount of slurps. Enough to strike a conversation.
100%. I would be like perturbed by a man with 6 slurps. That would worry.
What does Misha have? Tini has 6 slurps. I don't want to.
Dans 5 jours, il a qu'à console, ça fait plaisir ça.
change.
Tanking the zone will be light work for them for sure. They're gonna pre-plop slurps for every rotate. just to be safe, you know?
They're waiting for zone 13.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, on the other side, Nexi, notice, no slurps.
He could use a slurp.
How does that change things?
Well, first of all, he just doesn't have a slurp.
Yeah.
So, he needs to be a bit more careful with his rotates. You can't pre-plop slurps. You can't take fights willy-nilly in the hook. That'll slurp will get him back up.
It's true.
You can't play backside.
Onde poda sair tu pisnei olha poda ir tu ver.
Saw that was actually necessary to win games, so
Slurps are important.
Je sais pas qui tombe s'il veut garder la première place.
Even as a solo slave, he'll be happy he has a slurp. Because it will give him plenty of options to work with. In a game where, as a solo, you don't have many options.
saw a previous option he selected, and that's go ham. 3 people knocking the box, you don't see that often.
Fake ramp there.
Peut-être pas win, il a win avec 10. Waouh, il a win avec 10 HP.
The bullets are too.
Waouh.
10 HP. It turns that into an entire game to play now. Mix and Blah.
Il a win avec 10 HP. On voit s'il avait Beuvage, j'étais trop bien.
The only team to not have a 0-point game in general out of the quals. Yeah.
That's very impressive. So it goes to show just how locked in they've been to this season. It has been their season. Strategy, game plan, all over wins. And execution's been even better at times. See that from the position here in the zone. It's a bit of a spot you can get right now in this zone.
Bing and Kiri. Everyone was hyped pre-game 1 about this duo. I mean, we're talking about, the pre-show for us, people on Twitter as well. They're in a lot of people's top 5s, it's 5th or 4th place. But what's so special about them, and have they proven that today so far?
I think the big thing is that this is a team that has a solid enough game plan where more times than not they're going to come out of their POI with good surge, good maps. Obviously they have access to mud so they can get into good spots like where we see them on the zone right now. And they are a team that, even though we've not seen it yet, they won't look to play high at times. If it does appear to them, haven't quite got the lock-in on the timings of it, but when it does appear for them, they will certainly take it.
That last one with the Titans of the lobby down. He had the space and time to go for a nice clutch. This time for Tripper and Ref's guard. They're actually in the zone inside zone 6. Not typical for the duel. But they're ready to have a base shut up, go for a few shots and play on Surge. Vasroki drop down the low HP and Seti and Cammy. From that bottom side, they're looking for sprays of their own as well. Late people coming in, and that's typical for these guys. Might get close and personal. But this one is Sky is just absolutely low and tuckered out too. Seti's gonna be able to cover Cammy as he closes the distance. Gets the match, gets the full finish, and gets out too. That's huge.
Yeah, that's classic Seti and Cammy there. We don't see them taking many fights in games, but when they do, it's going to be one where they hold a full advantage over another player. And this time that advantage came positionally. They were sat in the perfect spot just to sit there and spray their weapons.
To get to a spot in this game though where that end game looks nice for them is going to be a big cost. You cannot be playing ultimate low ground in a zone like this, because look at what happens. From down low all the way up top, 10 stories in a matter of 1 second. Seti and Cammy, nice refresh. Time to elevate now and possibly get another or 2 more. Putrix Wizzy don't know exactly that this is the situation it's going down. They'll be pushing box to box, making sure these fights end early because they need control on elevation, on verticality, on maps to be able to keep moving. 59 builds, 39 for Putrix is not going to be enough to keep this game going.
Yes, 100%. And they're going to need a refresh now, because once we start heading to those distances, it's going to be so much harder to really get off of good elevations to find people to fight.
Oh,
they might not even have to worry about that at all as they try and make their way into the zone. And they got a world of eyes on them.
It's going to be hot on Bush and Verstash. On the left side, Cammy and Vanyak on the right. That might be the worst box to be in of all time if those 3 players looking at you on rotates. Zone closing in. So much surge available or gain for Stash and Hide on Bush. They're looking good. Chadwick's in hand. Big bully on the backside once again. went Arctic tundra to jungle, as it's max full for a majority of people inside the zone. Here's Stripburn. Okay. That's just not allowed.
Yeah, Trippin is not a man you see coming out with the big highlights often. But when they come good. He's typically that guy leading the way. You see it here. Angling downwards as they look to try and rotate their way through. Get out of that spot they're in. You can see them right side by side with Kami and Steady at the top of the screen. Giras and Chari going to be looking to hold in pings as well as they try their way to zone. Thomas and Malabuka. A bit of a laser rotation, rotating in the hat.
Comment tu vas l'éditeur? J'espère que tu vas bien. Ouh, dommage qu'ils sont sur de là, bien joué. Sneezy tombe, aïe aïe aïe. On va perdre la première place. M'a piqué White. J'espère que mes sites ils sont pas morts, leur stage. Putain, ça se remonte pas sur le stream à temps. Je crois que ça m'entend bien. C'est 48 points pour Kami, les gars ils sont pas morts. Ça m'entend bien. Si c'est bon, on entend bien, on entend bien. De toute façon, le QB c'est bon, c'est carré. Thomas HD, 50 HP pour Thomas HD. 30 HP, aïe, il va tomber. Il est mort. Oh. Il va sortir avec 20 HP. Mortal qui casse le White. Il a eu un kill, let's go. Non, ça, j'ai sur l'escalier, hein, dommage. Il aura dommage. Ça tenait que sur l'escalier en bois, c'est dommage. Waouh, il a pris une grosse balle. Pour le kill dessus, oh, il a mis un HP, bien joué. Waouh. Merstas qui est tombé. Tyson, tu peux le faire. Ah, dommage. Dommage, il l'avait pas vu, il aurait tué sinon parce que le mec en face il était lourd. C'est dommage. Camille stick toujours en 8, ça fait plaisir ça. Peut-être leur premier top 1, ça serait cool. Tripper qui est mort, Tripper il est mort. 10 HP pour Tripper, il s'en sort. Il a un merde Tripper en fait. Ah, dommage, c'est sûr.
He gets taken down. Now just 3 different teams left. Setting down low with Kami. They've made good so far, but it's cost them so much on HP. They're just absolutely battered and tattered out in this position. This zone was so hard for them to get.
Il reste 2 duos.
Again, to survive this long is what their best at.
Oh, la grosse balle dessus. Oh, aïe aïe.
I'm not surprised. No,
Ils ont bien en vrai, ils ont bien tenu Kami. Ils ont fait un top 3, c'est pas mal. Allons voir le classement.
It's a strat. If you want to win, get the juice up, and it's huge for these guys. You just love to see it. Tricky zone too, though, and multiple different people on height. It's nice to see them both take it, and then
Ouais, c'est top 1 quand t'as le height. Hein.
hide on Busher looking to just grab it away from him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It isn't just a slurp. They had to make it happen. And they did certainly make it happen. You see from above. Wow. And everybody out. It was such a difficult zone to move through. Moving through the north of Safi. It's so awkward. All those different buildings. Players of nomads popping in and outside. And they were always there and ready to clean things up. A big, big win for Misha and team.
Absolutely. Max rotate. Super teams below you. Doesn't matter. When you got the slurps, you got the skill to match.
Yeah, big, big game for them. We're going to send it to the analysts to break that one down.
Thanks very much, guys. Misha and Teeny. It came down, as they said, to slurps and skills, and we have got a new member on the analyst team right now. I mean, you're not new, but you're back in business.
Ça doit être un point que...
What did you make of game before?
It's been crazy. What I'm seeing is a lot of consistency. Misha, obviously, and Tenny getting the VR, but seeing Kami and Seti in third place, I've always seen them all day on the leaderboard getting closer and closer to first, so I'm a little scared of what they're capable of.
We hear it all the time. Slow and steady tends to win the race, but for Misha and Teeny, they had the dominance from the get-go, and it's largely due to those 10 initial legendary slurp procedures that we saw in their inventory. And again, that is not an easy feat to accomplish. That's looking like the results of falls, a couple of caches. We saw them with 3 elims when they stood at those 10 slurps, and even despite the fact that Misha ran a little bit low on materials, it didn't really impact things too much when they were able to still maintain some of those old builds and play height.
It's crazy, isn't it? As long as you can hold on to them right up until the end game, it can pay dividends, of course.
100%. I mean, when you have that confidence and you're above, you're playing it by the books. It's really just finishing it out strong. And like Levin said, in a Slappy Shores ending zone, it's difficult. There's a lot of natural.
Je pense que YouTube, parce que ça bug là, YouTube.
I saw, I believe it was Rescard or Trippin there trying to break through while he could, but ultimately you get taken out. The duo that controlled it from the high, getting the VR. I mean, it worked out well.
We're getting into a position now where we can really start to take a lot from the leaderboard. So let's take a look at it and see who is sitting up top and who is not. As it stands,
Premier Trelex 232 points. Oh, c'est qui sont montés 4ème, ça fait plaisir. Trek 2ème. Hop, là, ils sont descendus 7ème. Ok, Tripper, ils sont passés 6ème. Ok. Marstat, ils sont 3ème. Ah, c'était City que je voulais voir, ok. C'était City que je voulais voir. C'est un top 3, je veux voir quand ils sont morts. Ah ouais, ils étaient bloqués. Ah ouais, ils attendaient comme des rats. Ah ouais, c'était bloqué dans la maison. Ils attendaient comme des rats, purée. Ils étaient accroupis. Waouh. Oh, comme c'est déjà détruit le raid, wesh. Waouh. C'est dommage, j'aurais pu avoir le height. Mais sur un escalier en bois, c'était dommage.
leaderboard, as it always
Solari Fortnite.
And something I definitely want to call out though is Spee and Bacon chilling in third, ninth place currently. We've seen them kind of fluctuating between that top 5, even 6, I believe, heading into this match. But the fact that they're landing over at Frigid Frog, Aegis Temple area, because there was recently a bug towards that north side of the map around the labs, and it's incredible because they're triple contested, and yet they're still maintaining a top 10 position this deep into day 1.
Shout out to Rest and Trimson as well. Once again,
C'est un effet ça ou pas? Je sais pas si c'est un effet raptor. Je vais juste mettre le son pour voir si c'est un effet ou pas. Oh, il y a un écho dans son le ref. Waouh. Oh, c'est pas que j'aime pas, mais il y a un écho dans son live. Bon, remettre les soirées, c'est mieux. Pas regarder la spawn du DKS. DK liner. Pour récupérer un kilo, il a une marque 7 ans. Lâcher une fois 23 blancs. J'avais juste aller voir avant que commence là. Vous allez voir il y a quoi comme cup. Dans 2 jours il fait une communauté. Oh dans 4 jours il y a une cash cup, ça c'est bien ça, cash cup duo. Après la console, ok. Et après les FN16. Dernière chance. Dans 6 jours. Atteignez le rang diamant. Oui, j'avais bien raison, compter diamant dans 6 jours pour la FN16. Il me disait non, faut être platine. Ou le spawn. Il a bien spawn là, cure alarme. Ah, Tchaikovsky, il a comme le spawn là. Waouh! Pistolet en or en plus, ça rigole pas sur l'homme. Ils ont bien vraiment. Dommage. Il gérait bien le spawn au début et après, bon bah. C'est compliqué après.
tested anybody else, it seems.
He's full of shill, so wherever he's at is a lot better than Jake.
Further up north, that area there.
Yeah, definitely.
4 games is what it took for them to say, yeah, enough is enough.
But like, is this even a spot to like win an FNCS from? Is the question.
I think when you lose 4 games or spawn, your mentality shifts from like, we are winning FNCS to let's get anything out of today that we can.
Nice, yeah.
And then come back stronger for tomorrow. Tomorrow's, as much as tomorrow is an extension of today, it's like, you know, you watch the many FNCS in the past and they choose almost like a completely different tournament in itself, right? And so, as long as you prepare for that, you're good.
Archi 8 points. Oh, 8 points chaud. Hein. Chaud pour Archi. Hein. Il faudrait qu'il claque un top 1 là, pour remonter ça. J'espère dans la prochaine 6 games qui vont arriver bientôt. Hein. J'espère qu'ils feront plus de points. En 5 games, en 4 games là, c'est pas ouf ouf hein. Oh, il s'est fait arracher hein. Wow.
Misdropped. Stedo to get back up. Push on the box as well. Match split apart for both teammates. They're taking this one a little bit more methodical. Don't want to ruin a game that is going really good for them so far.
Calatron, GG.
Or not, it was just a little bit late to
Oh, la grosse balle. Bien joué, Ichi.
Last time round is because even after this fight concludes, they want to get involved into this fire. They want to get this goal and get the slurps that come in and cook onto the island as well. And I think after winning last game, they're going to try and make that game that happen every single time. Them winning last game was the worst possible thing for Shakers and Guided and Kamui.
C'est quoi Veno? Attends, il est Veno, il fait quoi? Non, Veno, il fait quoi? Ah, regarde Archie. Regarde Hiro. La belle balle de pistolet.
Archie down in defeat, that's the good news.
Tracks from this time that finds him out. Huge fight breaking out right next to zone. We've seen Archie go down multiple times to here, but Hydro also tripping up in one of the games. This time they dictate the pace, they're going for the pressure. Jakey's by himself. Mixon and Baja are also on the outskirts, half in, half out of the zone, and just pressuring as much as they can to get any tags back and forth. It's Blaha inside.
Je vois ça de la paix, nickel, bien joué.
Meanwhile, outside, just looking into the zone, it's Mixon seeing what he can do, and they're going to be able to just reunite there. Chester Hydro will get beamed up a little bit, but nothing too worrisome for them to go down.
Second zone, and of course people are going to be getting in, jumping in mud as quickly as possible.
C'est quoi ces noms? Grand noir. On c'est sur PC ou quoi? Manibuka. Je crois que le match est tombé en HD. Ouais. Dommage le DK qui passera pas. Entre les faire tourner en c'est bien si les boucas là. C'est crack, attention. Waouh, il s'est fait calmer. Oh, dommage pour Manibuka. Tyson, 22. C'est bientôt à 200 points. Dans 99.
Already a casualty of this fight. Snosh on both sides for a team that's across the way as well. This is a timer though for Hot on Bush. I think he's gonna let Stash tick out. This feels like a very awkward game. I don't know what it is. Just fights slowly unraveling between teams we haven't really seen interact this early yet. And it's still going.
It's like we said, man. Every game has been very different. It's a different flavor. Only consistent 50 pounds throughout the day has just been like winter zones. So,
I mean, I feel like in this zone, no, I mean, it's actually a mirror zone that we've seen before. Just right side of the map near the beach. Malabuka and Thomas were good at navigating the zone. Same thing with Mustache and Hot on Bush. This time, though, completely not the case because everyone else has learned from their, what was it, game 3 mistakes? Vigo and Vic have not seen the sun so far. They've been focused on this boss fight for so long.
Yeah, they've had their fair share of
C'est juste pas les démons. Est-ce que je peux ton message? Petite question, là, ça dure combien de temps? Jusqu'à 2h40, 45 je pense, en tant que il reste encore une game après celle-là. On passe. Oh, Van qui récupère un kill. Waouh, la doublée. Mais je pense pas qu'ils sont en live, attends. la chaîne. Non. Ah, dommage. Ah, on l'a. Bon, bon. Moi j'étais parti pour le classement. J'ai marqué son message. J'ai parti. Dommage. Je peux répondre à ces questions alors. J'ai des causes qui sont pas trop mal en vrai pour l'instant. J'espère qu'ils jouent bien. Pour l'instant, le premier c'est Trudex et Chico. 232 points. Chico qui vient de se faire crack.
Not at the time now, but more teams are even coming in. Yeah, look, the brick and metal will be fine for shakers, but you have to start farming up some of these trees here. You just got every tree so far? Ooh, seriously. Looking for a little bit. Everyone's just up here to farm mats. You come in, you look at the POVs, it's just pickaxes swinging left, right, left, right. It'd be crazy to see what happens next. So many missing teams inside this game as well. Ginny and Misha, no slurps, but they're still kind of succeeding.
Misha n'aime pas le pompe lourd. Oh, bon, j'en avais fait ça, je cherchais un pompe lourd pour un space vert. Nickel crack. Bah le space en vrai il y a que de loin il met des bons dégâts. Nickel qui récupère. Oh c'est Trulex. Oh c'est les premiers en plus. Oh les pauvres. C'est les premiers en plus. Chico, non je sais pas si Chico il est tombé ou pas. Je crois qu'ils ont eu les deux. Camille 692 points. En vrai je suis pas fan de l'arbre qu'il a derrière là. Oh Camille qui vient. Wesh il a pris quoi Camille là? Il est mort wesh Camille. Waouh. Faut la ranimer plus loin wesh. C'est son quatrième pense toi ok. Wesh mais il a pris quoi Camille tout à l'heure? Je sais pas ce qu'il a pris wesh. Je vais reculer, je vais voir ce qu'il a pris. Si attends je vais reculer, je vais voir ce qu'il a pris. Je crois que c'était à 2,43 non? Ça c'est chez Cause qui fight. Aïe. Ah c'est Camille que je voulais voir. Please, non. Je crois que c'est après ça non? Ouais c'est après ça. Moi, ce qui est il y a 5 breuvages. Ah, rigole pas, c'est pas un petit choix. Hein. Ah, c'est la Camille. C'est tué dans le bush. C'est sport ce qu'il a pris, je vais voir ce qu'il a pris. On a touche 66, ok. Il a 180 HP, hein. Voir ce qu'il va prendre. Oh, il a pris une balle de pistolet. Putain. Oh, le pauvre. Quel point le pistolet est redoutable, hein. Je sais pas pourquoi il a pas pris un 200 comme ça l'air. Ouais, il a pris une balle de pistolet. Aïe aïe. Allez, pour là, il faut remonter. Nice. Ça dérange. Un petit peu de ses cracks. Ah, il a rien niveau, il a. Claque un bandage. Il a Storm, il est mort en plus. Oh, il est tellement mort. Tu au pistolet, il a pas le choix. Et la balle ou jamais, sinon t'es mort. Dommage, Poda. Dommage. Bien joué. Oh, le doublé. Ah, dommage, il fait une doublée. Il se fait ramasser par des mecs, c'est trop. Parce que quand tu fais une doublée, c'est toujours comme ça. Tu te fais ramasser par des mecs, c'est trop. Wesh, le stuff qu'il aurait chopé, c'est une dinguerie, oui. Dommage, la petite de parole, il passe pas. Dommage, il arrose, il est bien pauvre. Le vite fait, la balle, le complot, tout peut passer, dommage. Ouais. Faudrait un solo, il ferait ça à 200 mètres. 250. Wow. Le série de fruits. Il est mort, dommage.
advantage of this lobby now. They have high ground, but it's Mappy and iJob lurking in the shadows, waiting to potentially play it. Sometimes we see the zone Mappy on height, and he loses it, has to give it up.
C'est pas plus vite.
He's observing now, acting later. Still kicking it. I don't know how they managed to get to this point, but it looks like it will be the end of the road. You see him vigorously shaking.
Oh, c'est HP.
Sides and angles to cover himself. He's done such a good job to stay alive under the circumstances.
There's going to be trouble though as he has to move off the island pretty much. This next zone that's locking in, half of it just doesn't even exist. It's crazy.
On peut pas full matin.
So everyone's going to be clinging on to that left side. Dexy is making it all the way through from 16 to 14.
Ouais, regarde bien. Hein.
So far. Then the 13th
Dommage la balle qui touchera pas. Lui qu'il a 16 HP. Il a le mur. Essaye de le faire drop. Dommage. Dommage, il est tombé. Mort par N. N White. Il y a ce qui a envie. Deux stars qui toujours envie. Il est mort, dommage. On va voir ce qui va tomber, ouais, avec le 2. Greg, nickel, le qui a récupéré, bien joué. On prend pas là-dessus, ça touchera pas. Il a 40, il a plus de matin. Là, oh, la grosse balle, bien joué. Dommage, Litchi. Oh, Litchi qui tombe, dommage. Il va tomber. Anas. C'est parce qu'il est trop bien qu'il y avait le white. Kidoline, il a 2 HP. Ah, dommage. Ils ont une, il a un HP en face. Joué. GG. Je crois qu'il a pas eu le kill, je crois. Ah, non, il a pas eu le kill. Ah, il avait pas un spell Ridgeline, mais je crois avoir le kill, dommage. C'est combien par kill? Je sais pas c'est combien par kill. Combien par kill? Je crois que c'est 2 points, non? C'est 4 points par kill. Ok. Misha premier. Dans un truc. Attends, faut qu'il réactualise le classement. Non, les bâtards. Ah, c'est bon. J'ai peur, j'ai peur. Sur ça, il m'avait réussi à toutes les pages, j'ai eu peur. Premier Misha et Tenny avec 234 points. En Après les cas là, ça c'est bête de resserrer. Hein. Les 4 premiers vraiment ça peut jouer. Alors Camille City sont descendus combien? 6ème. Ok. Et chaque coup, ce qui remonte bien, ils sont égalité avec Snez et Poda, 80 points. Leur stat 5ème. Ok. En tout cas, les 4 premiers, vraiment, c'est vraiment serré niveau points. 234, 232, 232, 226. En tout cas, ça peut toujours prendre en place la dernière game pour ce soir. On peut la relancer avec le bouton, je fais voir du côté des cas. Non, encore. Qui a déjà cut? Ah ouais, pourquoi ça cut aussitôt? Alors 11 et on a plus la chat. Pas bois, fait qu'ils étaient premiers tout à l'heure. Au tout début de la game, ils étaient premiers. Au tout début de la... C'est comme si ils avaient fait 100... 111 je crois, s'il me semble. 111 points, ouais. Ah, faut que je fasse une miniature pour la FNCS, moi je l'ai devant. Ok, faire avancer. Quand tu prends assez chaud des côtés des caisses. J'espère qu'ils vont se rattraper dans les 6 prochaines games. Je sais pas comment il meurt, je regarde pas. Je regarde au début quand ils arrivent à sortir du spawn et après je regarde pas.
Fortnite, and we talked about the top 3, the top 4, but look at 5th and 6th place. Tied on Bush versus Thatch.
Il a pas le top. Il est trop bas d'écart. Oh, bien joué ça. Il a l'arme. Il a l'arme. Reste derrière lui. Non. Oh, Yanox, bien joué. Nickel. Les gars qui fait la doublée. Bien joué. Oh, c'était une arme de chaque côté. C'était à la pioche. J'ai des caresses. Les gars, j'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a pas à lumière. C'est quand même, elle est toujours en noir. C'est trop. C'est abusé. Ça fait déjà 8 points, c'est déjà pas mal pour des cas. Là, il faut un bon late vraiment. Un bon late. Ça a plus de 100 points, ils sont bien. Wesh, il est énorme le moustique que j'ai, putain.
Let's wrap up the day then. Game number 6. We've had 5 games of the grand finals of the EU and 5 games that I don't think anybody could have really predicted how they've gone, Shio.
Absolutely. Slurp City Central, Misha and Tini in first place, and Goats just having trouble making it up the mountain.
Yeah, for sure. If you had a prediction list and had Misha and Tini in first place, I'm calling you alive. I'm calling you alive because nobody could have seen it. But it's happening, and I think it's real. Here in game number 6, if they can continue to retain their lead, push the boundaries of their lead, Shio, it would be very good for them.
Bon, allez, là, j'ai envie de voir le spawn. Le spawn à chaque fois, il est conteste. Mettre le château en premier, mettre d'y savoir qui va gagner. Enfin, il y a 3-2 pour. Il y a 3-2 pour l'instant, pour les FR. Est-ce qu'ils vont gagner ou pas? Allez, chaque fois, tu peux leur mettre 4-2, allez. Il y a 2 VM chez cause. Du shield, il est bien. Il aime bien HP. Et chez cause, qui win le spawn, bien joué. Il a pris une balle à blanc de derrière. Wow. Il est mort. Ok, ça va. J'ai pas compris ce qu'il voulait faire. On va tenter une Nikki sur... Ah, ça va être ici. Ça dodge. C'est juste 44. White Drake qui vient de se faire arracher. Qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire en face? Ils vont push ou pas? Non, tu push pas. Ça met juste de la storm pour leur texte. Oh, qui peut-être? Oh, bien joué. Le pauvre. J'ai crié, il a dû sursauter obligé, wesh. Dommage, ça touche pas. Putain, Camille, c'était... Comme du haut, Camille, je t'en fous, mais je me pas des dégâts. T'en fous du bois, tu vas refarmer plus tard. Ils sont 2 ou 3e, je sais plus, ils sont combien. Je sais plus, ils sont en égalité avec qui à la 2e ou à la 3e place. Star. Bin. Bien joué la route, nickel. Camille a un HP. Premier miss, ça ouais, qui sont 3e, mais ils sont égalité avec Sweezy et Patrick. 232 points. Touché, Paco. C'est dommage, il aurait pu avoir le kill dessus. Avec une air comme ça. Parce qu'il avait combien en face? Il devait avoir 80 max, HP max. Il aurait pu largement avoir le kill, c'est dommage. Oui, vous allez le chercher.
He's trying. He's just surveying. This is a scout game for day 2. That's all it is. Diane and Moneymaker. Seen them have their fair share of box fights. They're both wall to end.
Bien joué.
Very nice win.
Moneymaker's actually the youngest player in this lobby. Weirdly enough, though, he's just like not the most unexperienced player by extension, right? He's had
Il y a Vox en face.
competitive experience. Feels like he's been like the youngest player for like the past 3 years.
No one else is allowed to play. Moneymaker's side job is just discouraging really young players from playing professional European Fortnite. Just to keep the stat.
Maybe he's good.
Prenez qu'il ici pas comme ça. Je crois Vox il est tombé, non? Faut qu'il y ait des ici back comme ça.
With a good, nice off.
Attends, je vais voir chez Solari.
Nathan is not going to be able to make it.
Pourquoi il a back comme ça, des gars?
It's interesting there, right? Sky didn't have slurp, so I'm guessing the bot didn't spawn for the bot this game, which is a bit unfortunate for them. But of course, they still will get their cash, so there will be slurps available.
Ah non, non, il est pas mort, Vox. C'est parti se mettre dans un bush.
That cash straight to building for
Ok, ok.
I think 6 out of 6 games. Skyrim and Shaco. A lot.
Vortex, 40 blonds. Il en a qu'un, il knock le deuxième. Bien joué.
Spire. Well, I do think it's convenient for them, yeah. We've probably seen them try and play up for it.
Papy qui vient de tomber. Par Mursach.
Travel there, fire team. Zipline.
Crac, ils vont aller chercher à droite maintenant.
Find 2 pixels and trees. This man find the follow up every single time.
Wesh, comment il a touché là?
Tracking up.
Wesh.
Kyle pushes confidence to keep up. I dropped some trouble. Oh man, good editors too. That's just textbook from the board.
Nice attempt to hide the Monaco, but the stats was clued up.
219 points here from line 2. Get towards that top 3 spot. B. Vacant. Moving in towards that left side. Lots of they've been doing mini. What's the last update of the day?
Zone 4.
Today is a top 4 catch-up on all of our teams because there's only 8 points separating our top 4 right now. So in 4th place, Roman and of course Axel. They managed to capture the flag.
Axel Force. Attends, je vais voir Robban et Axel Force.
So their game is getting off to a good start. Can they mount an attack on 1st place? We'll have to wait and see. We saw Misha and Tini playing a little bit more
Robban, ils sont
passive.
4ème. Qu'est-ce que 4ème? Robban et Axel Force.
We saw them actually pick up that elimination as well. So great.
Ils peuvent passer premiers en vrai. S'ils font une bonne game là, ils peuvent passer premiers. Ah, ceux qui font des gigatours, ils faisaient plus de tricks depuis le début ici là. Ils font des gigatours en gros. Ils ont raison après. Ils repartent le truc en pierre pour passer de la storm.
Those cartoons where your brain is expanding and expanding and become a genius. Yeah. That's what I feel like when I get an update from Clean Miner. On the state of the game. I know it all now.
What will you do with that information?
Night Tech, dommage. La finition qui est bon.
And if I'm wrong, that means that Vinny's wrong. And that can't be right, because Vinny is never wrong.
The problem here is that to get the stash back in this game, the win is all it is now.
Il est tombé Mursach. Oh, je crois qu'il est tombé Mursach. Attendez qu'il est un peu sur la gauche. Ouais. Zone 4. En vrai, il n'y a pas de gilon, dommage. Il serait allé sinon.
So Jakey looks like he went down too after Archie helped the robot. And they've got a lot of surge, so they've been active on the field. A little bit of a lighter game. Usually it's 88 people alive by this time. 81 right now, so a few squads, a few duels have fallen.
Bon, je crois qu'il est tout seul.
It's the last game of the day for enjoying what you're seeing.
Camille, c'est ce qui est mort.
Games that you might have missed earlier on. It's been an absolute show in you today, and NA will be starting soon as well if you want 6 more games of high octane action.
Yeah, NA's been fun this season. I'm probably like if you won't hear this much from me, but
Côté décor, ouais.
more excited to see NA. Yeah, but NA's been fun this season, man. There's been a lot going on in NA.
Ok, mais c'est le moment de mettre la storm. Oh, bien joué, 132 à Paco.
All eyes here on the final game of EU, and all eyes on Cammy as he fights to keep his team in this game. A big shot with that mammoth.
It's a difference making when you're looking at. I just wish we had one more to play. At the end of the day, too, it's how seriously you take.
Ouais, nickel, sinon ils n'ont pas mis ça le bas, ils seront en dessous de la storm, les 41 au-dessus.
Cammy, he's going out for all the stops.
Camille qui rassétit. Mais ça m'étonnerait qu'il arrive à survivre dans les airs. Il se fait push en plus. Waouh. Dans sa box, dans sa box. Il arrive à sortir. C'est qui est tombé. Camille qui va tomber. Aïe aïe aïe. Oh il est malade. Aïe aïe. Si j'aurais été mort dans les airs. Obligé. Là, il voulait pas laisser réanimer, wesh. Comment il l'a all-in, wesh, putain. Ouais, je vais faire comme Tyson, Camille de ranimer hors zone. Parce que. T'es sûr qu'il allait se faire rush ou. Et tomber, c'est obligé. Ok, un drop point. Nickel. Pour Sheko, en vrai, Sheko et Skyden, ça joue bien. Hein. Il joue bien. Ah, Skyden, je crois qu'il est tombé, Skyden. Ouais, Sheko, là, il est tout seul. Solo clutch. Il reste 77 personnes. C'est risqué ce qu'il fait. Je préfère les raises en zone. Je pense pas que ce soit une très bonne idée. Ça fait déjà juste du 2 là, et pas du 5 bientôt là. J'espère qu'il y a la storm, parce que si il ranime, s'il se mange moins 5 et si en plus ça peut la storm, waouh. Jiggsy qui tombe à 72 HP. Il va tomber, il est mort. Il prend pas le kill dessus, il est mort. Il a le mur. Dommage. Et alors j'ai décalé à droite, il aurait touché. Il serait passé au-dessous de la storm. Dommage. Bien joué le qui a récupéré. Ah, il a 4 armes. Wow. On fait l'appel hôpital 94, nickel. Il n'y a plus d'île. Prendre la pierre. La route en pierre. Aïe. Ok, dans la zone nickel. Carré ça. J'ai pas pu voir les caisses qui sont tombés. Bon, pas pu voir, ils sont tombés quand. On va voir son métier est tombé. Hein. Faire attention des stars au clutch. Tyson, je sais pas si c'est toujours en vie. Non, ils sont morts. Dommage. Les Mertage, ils sont morts, dommage. Trollak n'est pas encore mort, ok. Les 4 premiers sont pas encore morts. Hein. Faut qu'il ait un HP, hein. Nickel. Je crois qu'ils avaient peur comme ça, je suis le mec qui était low, il avait plus de maths. Et ils sont tout seuls, pourquoi ils sont pas directement dessus? S'ils hésitaient. Voilà, pas la 185. Wow, c'est un HP. Un HP pied là. Il met un pied là dans la zone là, il est mort. Ouais. Il met un pied dans la zone pour voir. Aïe aïe. Un point de vie. Ça revient. Ok. Parce que si il serait loin, il serait mort. Un HP. Son match, il a pas dit pour lui. Wesh, un HP. Quoi qu'il prend, il est mort. Je sais pas s'il a des ça se trouve il a full mat. Hein. Niveau storm, ils sont à 643 dessus, ils sont bien. Mal. Secure long. C'est 9 vies. Allez, Chris. Un as qui est sur 19 HP, il vient de tomber à 9. Ok, crack, GG. Qui récupère le knife. Il est mort, dommage. Au bonus qui va tomber. Il est bien lui. Waouh, il est archi bien. 3 bleuvages. Il est full match, il est bien.
But they should be able to get through a second move and they have to start worrying about all the potential teams that want to take their height.
For Bing and Akiri, it could be a difference of tens of thousands of dollars. The performance they'll have in this game. Kuchik picking up a lead them though. as he keeps moving forward. Deal active. Swizzy, another. Misha is down. Arizumi is still going on that low.
Allez, Podach nous remonte ça. 200 de maths encore. Jill qui tombe. Stress pas, t'as slurp. T'as slurp, bah t'es mort. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fait? Il est trop bien, il a slurp et splash. Mais faut se réveiller, frérot. Il a slurp et... il était perdu. Lâche à 224 points. Il a 0 de maths. Oh, mais le bouquet est toujours en vie, je pensais pas. 10 HP. 52 shield. 38. Bon, il était tombé, Malimka. Qui ça touche, bien joué. Nickel, qui l'a récupéré, nice. Oh, 124, dommage. Oh, dommage. Bien joué, Vico. Oh, il y a 2-0. Nickel. Patrick qui brille, bien joué. Patrick. Ils sont premiers à mon avis. 300. Combien?
Eliminated everybody down beneath them. And Susie and Patrick may not have been the team that many people expected in first place after day one, but they've certainly looked worthy of being here. They are not messing around at all in this one.
Not at all. They have some padding room as well for the overall points. And when it comes to just 6 games, sometimes tournaments are just 6 games. And this was an old school FNCS. These guys just came back from 4th all the way to 1st.
Hey, look, Globals is 6 games. If this was Globals, they'd be in first, right? But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We are still a couple steps from there. But this is great for them if they want to be there, doing incredibly well today. But there's still so much more to unpack.
What a great 6 games, though. That was like unorthodox zones, crazy plays from
Il est déjà 22h30. Figuré.
Hey, look, we're going to send it back to Ian and the analysts to wrap up the day for us.
Levenshire, you guys killed it. That was game 6 of day 1.
C'est pas trop, je crois qu'il est premier avec son mate. Sous Patrick et Putrick.
Day 1, 332 points. We can check out the highlights here. They were locked in. They were locking on to their opponents here. Elim after Elim. Controlled playstyle, taking the high ground when they needed to. Holding it until the last moments of the match and ultimately securing that VR that set them up in an amazing position to start day 2.
And for Ping and Kyrie, I think they just got a little over ambitious there. They had the high ground take, but they forgot to keep sight of what's on their backside as these zones continue to pull over some of the elevation, and just a beautiful finish there from Swizzy and Putrick to punish that team on the high ground, because Ping and Kyrie, they didn't really seem like they were fully aware of the fact that they were getting dinged from that secondary height layer, but again, Putrick, Swizzy doing everything that they needed to perfectly to close this one out, although I would give because once he finds a beat of 1 Elim, it's not surprising to see him collect as many as he did after that.
Yeah, I think we're all starting to look at Vico at that point like, hold on a minute.
Coming out.
Yeah, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen with our standings for the final time today? This is huge.
Ouais, son premier. 332 points. Tridex 212 points.
That VR is the timing of it, everything. The Olymp, magnificent.
And definitely a strong way
256 points. Easy.
one spot up into that second place position.
Hammersters qui sont descendus, 223 points.
zone towards those final closing zone moments, and a little unfortunate he was left solo in that position, but he had the menace, he was doing his best to try and stay alive, and did manage to actually close on a couple more placements in the process.
Look, sometimes when you're left as a solo, you make the most happen. Currently in second place, I would not be complaining. I believe it was 272 points around there, so they're not as close as it was looking in game
Les
5,
numéros de
but
diffusion
now game
et
1
Soulari, putain.
has finished, sorry, and being in second place, they
Yo, j'espère que tu vas bien.
like Taco said, tried using the methods, tried gathering those last few points, but ultimately ending with 272 points.
Ah, KV, alors c'est bon. T'as regardé les FNTS? Je pense quoi des classements? Moi j'ai 16 ans. Et toi? Je pense quoi du classement des FNTS? Ça c'est pas fini, il reste encore 6 games. Mais ça sera pas aujourd'hui les 6 games, les prochaines 6 games. 13, ok. Je sais pas, ils seront quand déjà les prochaines 6 games? Toi t'as passé une bonne journée, ça va? Tiens-toi le classement là si tu veux voir. T'as fait quoi toi aujourd'hui sinon? Je sais pas ce que c'est le classement là, celui-là. Le classement des FNCS. Les grandes finales. Sinon toi tu joues un peu à Fortnite ou pas?
Yeah, they've stacked up quite an impressive amount of eliminations over the day as well. Taco.
Now, that's the other thing to keep in mind is that we're seeing right here in our top 10, Nisha and Teeny actually leading as far as elimination is concerned. But again, Axforce, Broben, they were in shambles, leading into the final moments here of game number 6, and yet they still managed to hold on just long enough. They played their position to the best of their ability, having zero materials, zero builds to work with, and yet they're still able to close out with a perfect shot, a perfect read.
J'ai pas peur des mecs avec un HP, ils foncent dedans. Moi je joue, je joue à Fortnite et toi. Ouais, je joue à Fortnite, c'est pareil. Je fais de la compète, tout ça. Tu fais de la compète toi ou pas? J'attends la cap skin là, dans 2 jours là. Moi je joue. Non, ah. Manix, ta Twitch, n'hésite pas à me suivre sur Twitch. J'arrive quasi tous les jours. Si tu veux jouer avec moi de temps en temps, c'est là-bas. Je live tous les jours quasiment. Enfin, ils aiment trop faire des interviews, c'est une dinguerie. Tu peux jouer s'il te plaît. Quand là maintenant là, ça va être chaud, je vais pas te mentir là. Tu tu m'aurais dit tout à l'heure, je t'aurais dit ok, mais là c'est chaud. Demain si tu veux.
I think like we're just sneaking around looking for an easy elimination, and we ended up getting one, so we kind of got the bits of loot, but unfortunately we like.
Demain, ouais, demain Twitch.
Yeah.
Je pense pas YouTube. Demain, il y aura une vidéo sur YouTube. Twitch. C'est le Twitch que je t'ai mis en haut si tu veux. Et 2,92,39. Je live tous les jours dessus.
You said that you want to win. Are you thinking more about winning this entire tournament, or are you leaning more towards qualifying for the global championship?
I want to win the tournament, but calling the global championship is fine as well. But winning the tournament would be better as well, because then you call and win.
Of course, I've got to ask you, what are you going to do for the rest of your night? Yeah? No, you're still there, you're still there.
I'm gonna go do some pod reviewing and
Pourquoi?
see.
Ça pourquoi je joue pas là?
Alright, Robert, thank you very much.
Je peux pas trop jouer là.
I know you're still moving wherever you are. Best of luck tomorrow. I mean,
J'ai un truc à faire après. Ah, t'as pas Twitch? Ah. Bah demain en général, moi je joue entre 14-15 heures en général moi. Ça si tu veux m'ajouter c'est... Je te mets mon pseudo dans le chat. C'est ça. La prochaine c'est le...
Championship, that's the main event of the year. Against everything, we've got to qualify.
It's definitely really important to qualify as counter proof to other players that are the top tier players.
We are playing every single tournament that we can. We just need to make
Je te demande ok.
keep doing what we do.
If I didn't qualify to Major 3 and I had to play the last chance position, I would have put some more pressure.
I want to make sure that I qualify, and if I don't, it's kind of embarrassing in my opinion.
Qualifying to the World Championship would mean everything to me, so hopefully we can get it done. I think it could make or break my career. There is no team better than Pick and B.
Bah c'est fini.
Good luck, my friends. We'll need it.
Normalement c'est... Non, c'est demain les... Prochaine 6 games demain c'est demain. Normalement. Les gars, moi sur ça je vais vous laisser. Monique, tu veux jouer 14-15 heures, ok? Tu peux vers 14-15 heures, c'est carré. Voilà, sur ce, passe une bonne soirée. Je vais couper ce stream là. C'est fini les FMCS. Si c'est demain les prochaines 6 games, je liverai aussi pareil. Même heure 19h, 22h. 22h30, finir 22h30. Voilà. En tout cas pour la rediff, n'oubliez pas lâcher le petit pouce bleu, vous abonner à la chaîne, voilà, partager. Ça fait plaisir, je soutiens énormément. Je peux pas jouer sur YouTube plutôt, sinon je pourrais pas jouer avec toi. Si tu pourras jouer, t'inquiète. T'inquiète, c'est pas grave. Si tu pourras jouer sur YouTube, t'inquiète. Demain 14h. 15h tu peux m'ajouter, voilà, carré. Ouais. Ah ouais. Ah, ça je sais pas ça. Parce qu'en fait je peux pas aller sur YouTube sur Fortnite. Parce que j'ai pas le plein écran. Et là ça me pose problème. Parce que moi vu que je joue sur Xbox Series S, j'ai pas le plein écran sur YouTube. Si je veux aller sur YouTube. Pour ça j'allais sur Twitch. Moi, Twitch, j'ai le plein écran sur Twitch. C'est pour ça que j'aime bien le live sur Twitch. Parce que si je live sur YouTube, ce clutch, en tout cas, il était beau ce clutch. C'était sur Twitch. Ouais, sur Twitch, ouais. Parce qu'en fait, le problème sur YouTube, c'est que j'ai pas le plein écran. C'est dommage. Vu que je suis sur Xbox, et sur Xbox, il y a pas, tu peux pas live sur YouTube. Je vais voir comment je vais faire ça, je vais voir. De toute façon, même si je stream de toute façon sur YouTube demain, ça sera pas du plein écran parce que comme je t'ai dit, j'ai pas de plein écran. Bah voilà, sur ce, tu vas bien la cloche de notification, voilà. Rien raté en tout cas. Voilà. Bah vas-y, je vais lancer, mais je vais lancer demain sur YouTube, mais j'aurai pas de plein écran. Mais vas-y, c'est pas grave si tu me regardes pas. Donc tu joues c'est carré. Mais je vais live quand même sur YouTube, mais j'aurai pas de plein écran. Voilà, sur ce mec, demain. Voilà. S'il te plaît. Ouais, je vais live. Je vais live sur YouTube, mais j'aurai pas le plein écran, c'est pas de ma faute, je peux pas PS4. Je peux pas play pour live en plein écran sur YouTube. Et je peux pas. Je vais essayer avec une cam, je vais voir ce que ça donne avec une cam demain. Live avec une cam. Et si vraiment la qualité elle dépasse ça, bah. Je vais voir. En tout cas, le plein écran, je peux pas, parce que je suis sur Xbox Series S, je peux pas live sur YouTube. Mais je vais essayer avec une cam, ok? Vas-y, carré alors. Vas-y, passe une bonne soirée et à demain. Allez, demain je vais live avec la cam. Donc ça soit... Il y aura au moins une petite qualité, ça serait cool. Boum. Allez, plus Nike.